Discussions flow like midnight breeze. No prophets here, just minds to tease. We talk big bangs and evolution, question faith with our solution. Stars align in our confusion, breaking free from old illusion. Join the fun, no need for trust. Dust to dust, we're stardust. No heaven high or hell to fear. Saturday night, we hold it dear. Point and laugh and myth believers. Here we're all truth seekers. Open hearts and swift deceivers. Make your stand, no hidden levers. Raise your glass to reason's thrill. No ancient text, it's our own will. Debate till dawn with the panel and host. Saturday night, where we love toast. Echoes of a godless choir. Like the world, let's spark the fire. Free thought mindset to inspire. No holy walls to take us higher. Join the fun, no need for trust. Dust to dust, we're stardust. No heaven high or hell to fear. Saturday night, we hold it dear. Join the fun, no need for trust. Dust to dust, we're stardust. No heaven high or hell to fear. Saturday night, we hold it dear. Join the fun, no need for trust. Dust to dust, we're stardust. No heaven high or hell to fear. Saturday night, we hold it dear. Hold it laugh and myth believers. Here where we're all truth seekers. Open hearts and swift deceivers. Make your stand, no hidden levers. Raise your glass to reason's thrill. No ancient text, it's our own will. Debate till dawn with the panel and host. Make your stand, no hidden levers. Raise a glass to reason's thrill. No ancient text, it's our own will. Debate till dawn with the panel and host. Saturday night, we'll hold it dear. Raise a glass to reason's thrill. No ancient text, it's our own will. Debate till dawn with the panel and host. Saturday night, where we love toast. Echoes of a godless choir. Light the world, let's spark the fire. Free thought mindset to inspire. No holy walls to take us higher. No holy walls to take us higher.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Saturday Night at the Atheist, where we are just having a lousy time of it. We have internet problems. We have fix-it problems. My son's trying to take care of the gutter, so if there's some noise in the background, please forgive me. Please forgive my voice. It was a bad week. I spent most of the week in the hospital. I had sepsis in my lungs. They ended up putting a scope in my lungs and a tube in my throat and all kind of stuff.
Looks like no way I'm gonna be up on the roof. I'm all shaky and shit. Yeah, we at least gotta get the paper.
My son,
then we can be done.
my son's having a hard time. We're all having a hard time, but we're here.
Nope.
So we're gonna try it out.
They suck major ass.
Son is
Nail gun now.
trying to fix things up. They I don't know who built this house, but we're gonna smack them when we find them. Hello, everybody in the chat. We got Jasper, we got Big John, we got Alan, we got Fred. We got the panel here. Simos said he's running late. We got noise in the background. Sorry about that.
That's our ASMR for the audience. It's the sound of construction.
Yep.
You're welcome. It'll help you relax.
Work getting done. Work getting done. It's good to see you, Dave. Anyway, I don't care how noisy you are. Like, I'm just glad you're here.
Well, thanks. I'm lucky to be around. Last week I was in the hospital. Like I said, I was down and out with sepsis. They found out what it was. I'm home treating myself. I have a home nurse.
Yeah. I mean, like, it's when I heard you was in the hospital, I was just like, oh no, that's, so.
Yeah, I had to call an ambulance. I couldn't get up. I was fever. I was 107. I was white as a ghost. My son's not too happy.
I mean, didn't they just do roof stuff?
What's that?
What didn't they just do roof stuff like back when all this happened with you?
Yeah, trying to work on the front gutter, the front soffit and everything, so it's all ready for a gutter, I should say. They pieced it together. I don't know. People build houses funny these days. So, anyways.
But we've had like the flood like here today. So I don't know what it's doing up there, but I figure it's probably about the same, isn't it?
It's been nice up here.
Oh, really? Like this morning, man, it sounded like that Noah's boat was getting ready to take off from here. Like it was, oh my gosh. We got all kinds of flood warnings going on right now. So I'm kind of on a hill though, so I'm good.
Yeah, I've been relaxing, working my legs, doing the exercises they gave me to send me out. I'm borderline of having to stay somewhere so they could give me medicine, but I said I can do it myself. So 3 times a day I've been giving myself up medicine in my port, screwing on, injecting the stuff. Just hasn't been a good week, hasn't been a good day. Mike isn't feeling well. Simos is running late. I don't know what's up with him. I know Simos had problems with his lungs. It's not a well thing. Not a good thing to have. I guess when it gets in your lungs, it's really bad. Speaking of, I tried to stay awake. I didn't see or hear anything. I was given drugs and everything to put me out, but I was trying to stay awake to see if I could see from the other side, so to speak.
Do a near-death experience.
Yeah.
Oh, always investigating, Dave. That's cool.
Yeah, I thought it'd be interesting. But yeah, I didn't.
You could
I
come
didn't
back.
see her.
You met Zeus or something like that. So just made it.
No, I didn't see or hear anything. First time I tried to talk, I could talk, so they must have had the tube already out. Time was it just flew by. I don't know exactly how long I was out or anything, but yeah, it was really weird. My son is complaining. I'm sure anybody that's worked on their house knows that things don't always go as planned.
They seldom ever do, actually.
You know that
Yeah, when you're working on stuff, it always goes haywire.
It's Murphy's Law.
Yeah, if you got a job that should only take 10 minutes, you need to like set aside your whole afternoon for it because something's gonna go wrong. You're gonna have to go to Home Depot. They're gonna be out of it, so you go to Lowe's, and then there's traffic, and there's just always something that gets in the way.
It's Murphy's Law. Whatever can go wrong with it.
Or something will break, like
Yeah, I don't know. When people build stuff, they jury rig stuff. Don't know what the deals is. I wanted to have it all okie dokie so I could just come and put gutters on, but it doesn't seem like it's going to be that way. We do have a roof on the house. We dealing with the gutters. The soffit was half-assed. Pardon my French. I don't know what they were doing. My son's shaking his head. But after being away all week, I wanted to say hi to y'all and do a show as it is. Whatever, trucking along. I'm just happy to still be here. Things were really rough. They had me. I was in the hospital longer than when I had surgery. So that's the bad shape I was in. I know.
Yeah, that ain't no joke at sepsis. That ain't no joke at all, especially with you already, with your immune system already going through all that crap.
Yeah, they ever since I started the new chemo, I've been really down and out. Nothing I can do about it. Life sucks. Being sick sucks. My boys understand, but they still, though, it's kind of hard on them. But I do appreciate them. And we're all having a bad time. Robin was having computer problems.
Yeah, my
Mike
stuff is nothing. My stuff is just technology that, you know what I mean? And like, it's just human error, probably.
I was having some trouble too. My something invaded my computer. Some jerk out there put the thing on, wanted me to buy an antivirus or something, and it's been showing up on my computer. Hey, Kevin, how you doing?
Did you figure out how to get it off?
We tried to wipe the computer out, but it's still showing up. So,
I mean, he may not be happy I told you this, but maybe get a hold of Joe, because like he can do the remote desk thing, and that's what he does to me usually.
Yeah, my son has the knowledge. Malware. Somebody put something in with the computer. Google redid their stuff. I guess it's all half-assed with Google. I don't know what they did. I've got new stuff. Don't know what it is. My screen's all different. They're just totally screwing with it. So I didn't know what to do. I just told my boy, hey, it's not acting right. So he was looking at it. The wife was like, do your show. Just say hi to people and let everybody know you're still above ground. sorry for last week. Yeah, I was down and out. I think
You stopped in, though, didn't you? You stopped in chat, didn't you?
I did stop in on my phone.
Yeah.
Said hi to everybody. Let them know I was alive. Yeah, it was a near miss. I was doing really bad. And they told me I was doing bad. I didn't feel the greatest. Like I say, I was white as a ghost. I had a fever. I had stuff in my lungs. They looked down in my lungs. They scoped me, or whatever they call it, looking around. They did identify what it was. At first, they weren't sure what it was because there's so many things that can go wrong. But yeah, I could hardly talk. I couldn't walk. They had me hooked up to a catheter and everything, so I'd go to the bathroom. Google free malware remover. Yeah, Google's the one that messed me up, I think. Appreciate it though, John. And hello, other John. How you doing? Yeah, it was a rough week. I take it was a bad week for everybody. And that's just the way things are. Life bounces you around, and you have to deal with it. So we're going to deal with it.
Mine was not a bad week. I did not have a bad week. I had like a bad 5 minutes right before we got ready to log on. But so we're going to hell in this video. Is that what this is?
Yeah, this guy went to hell.
Oh,
claims he was an atheist, but I don't know how an atheist goes to hell.
Yeah, and then gets out of it, comes back. That's interesting. I didn't know we had that option.
How convenient.
That's what I'm going to say. If I end up in hell, I'm just going to say, can I have a do-over?
Well, it depends. Like, check out and see who's there. I figure probably that's where most of the people that we kind of would tend to like gravitate towards are going to be anyway. Like, I'm sure they've got air conditioning down there by now. So, like,
oh yeah.
But they brought all the best rock music's down there, and the drugs.
Some wicked punk music, and yeah.
I was going to say somebody had a indies, and they were visiting all the rock stars. So apparently, being a rock star gives you a direct line to hell.
Oh, is this in there in the video? The rock
no,
star?
that was another one.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, oh, dang.
I've been kind of obsessed with the people that are having all kind of problems with all the problems I've been having. I said earlier that I was telling Robin that I tried to stay awake when they put me under to see if I could see or hear anything. And it was just a big blank. People that say they see or hear things when they're having surgery or whatnot, I doubt their stories. I really tried. I was aware of myself blinking, and that's all it was. As far as other stuff goes, I don't know.
But I mean, like they misremember stuff. Like like when you dream and stuff, it'll seem like you dreamed all night, and you just dreamed, like, and then you start trying to remember it, and you can't ever like. It amazes me how much detail they always put into it, because like when I wake up, as soon as I wake up, like within 2 or 3 minutes, every bit of my dream is just like something that I just can't get to. You know what I mean? Like even if I remember my dream, like it's hard to access it. You might remember some little thing, and then people that go into these big, long, detailed stories about this crap, they can't. Their brain's just like doing that. I think because
it messes with you. It does.
Yeah.
You're totally out of it. Pardon the noise. I got the windows open. The Son's working on the gutters. There is some noise. Forgive it. I just wanted to say hey to everybody and run this video, and we'll see how it goes. My son is outside the window with the nail gun, so please excuse the bangs. Yeah, we lost Midnight this week, I heard.
Yeah. That was last week. Yeah.
I don't know what exactly happened with Midnight, but
he had complications from pneumonia.
Was it pneumonia? Yeah. The noise is not bad. Yeah, sorry about the noise.
And John Hudson said he lost his best friend too. I'm sorry, John.
Yeah. It was people have been dropping off. I know what's her name? The one that hung out with Purple all the time. She lost her Jenny. Yeah.
Yeah,
she
Jenny
lost her
died.
battle.
Yeah, about a month. She died a little over a month ago.
Yeah. She had I guess a battle with cancer too.
Oh, John said that was his wife for 17 years. John, I'm so sorry.
Says Midnight had underlying health conditions. It seems the pneumonia was the last straw. Yeah. My my grandfather dealt with stuff, and then he got pneumonia and put him in the hospital, and that was too much for him to take. Like I said, they were calling me septic. They were calling me lucky to be around. I've been really lucky. A couple of times now I've been really lucky. Cheating the Reaper. I don't know if the Reaper's been giving me guff or what the deals is, but that's how it goes. We get old and we have to deal with things. Things show up and you just don't realize how quickly it can overtake you. Infections, I guess, are really, really, really bad. So bad that they either I had to have somebody giving me stuff or I had to do it myself. And I said, well, I can do it myself. I've got a port and put in. So as far as taking care of myself goes, I can do it. I have a home nurse that stopped by and showed me how to do everything. But it's been a bad week, been a bad month. Ever since they switched my chemo, I've been in bad shape. So it is what it is. My family's been supportive though, helping me out. John, sorry. Everybody that's having problems, we're with you. I understand. I guess Dave is old. Yeah, that's what I've been told. I'm young, but hey Ed, how you doing? Yeah, I'm still here. Not the best of shape, but I'm still here. And I like doing my show. I like saying hi to everybody. Appreciate everybody saying hello to me and caring about how I feel. I don't know what to tell you other than I feel like crap. Didn't expect to feel this way, didn't expect to get old this way, but that that's how it goes. So
I'm gonna show off my shirt, Dave, before we start. I've got my. You can get this year's they're selling them right now. I can't get up out of the chair. You can get this year's the Ark Encounter one shirt.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got mine. I got mine from last year.
Yes.
I was lucky. Lucky again. I went last year. I don't feel up to it this year. I hope everything goes well this year. It's the 10th anniversary of the Ark, and the link is in the description for Joe's channel, and for the Ark protest is going to have it a week later, although it's probably still not going to be weather-wise really good. At least when we'll be over the holiday weekend.
Yeah, it's gonna be. It'll be probably hotter actually. The later in July you get, the worse it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, the holiday weekend, no, it's not. We last year we just didn't even think about that when we planned it. So.
Yeah, John said the cops treated it as a homicide. Wow.
Well, that's a way for local government to add to your grief.
Yeah.
Somehow I thought Mom made these.
Kevin wishes everybody well. So does Ed. Appreciate you guys. Yeah, I don't have a lot to say about it other than it was a crappy week. They put me in hospital longer than when I had my surgery, so I must have been in bad shape.
Well, it just takes a while for those antibiotics to work.
Yeah, three weeks worth. I mean, they've got me on a serious round of them. They come in a syringe form. I don't have to inject myself, but I am in syringe form. Hey, deconverted man. How you doing?
Well, sepsis usually starts as like you'll have an infection in a particular area, and I think you said it was your lungs.
Yeah,
and it hits the whole body. It's your whole system, to where your whole body's fighting an infection, and you're just have zero available energy for just being healthy. So
yeah, I couldn't even sit up. I mean, I was just so robbed of everything instantly. I mean,
put socks on. I've got to wear these those compression socks, or my feet swell up. And I got out of the shower and I hadn't put them on yet, so I'm putting my socks on. So.
Yeah, my feet were a little swollen. I was having cramps, and I found out they have a compression thing that they put on your legs, and it automatically airs up, and it felt really good. I wish it would do it a little more, but it squishes you, and
but you can get socks to do the same thing.
I have some of the socks too,
but getting them on is not.
Robin's doing the opposite of stripping right now.
Yeah, reverse stripper socks. Yeah, but like I wore these before I quit working, because like sitting in the truck, like with my legs down like that all the time, my legs would swell. But ever since I've had the stroke and I spend so much time in this chair, I have to wear these, and I have to take like the diuretic pills or whatever. It looks like my feet are gonna swell completely off. There's my dad. Sorry.
Yeah, they give you the swelling. I've got a little bit of swelling in my hand and my feet. They attacked me when I went into the ER. I had tubes running in both arms and my chest. They were just all over me. Luckily, he said to take them out because it looked terrible, and they fixed up pretty fast. I was amazed at how quick I healed up. But yeah, it was. I was all tapped. They were putting all kind of drugs into me. I was taking cups full of pills. I mean, literally. Couldn't believe how many pills they were giving me. Nurse and I were kind of making jokes about it. They were just I had like a dozen pills in my cup. Yeah, they weren't messing around. I ended up over at MCO, which is the medical college here in town, because it was the closest for the ambulance. I guess the ambulance takes you nearby, and I've been between the two hospitals, and I've been over at the medical college now. I'm seeing everybody, and I've seen all the doctors, all the nurses, all the specialists. All my stuff has been, what do you call it? Put on hold. I was supposed to see the nephrologist, which is the kidneys, and I was supposed to go to the doctor and everything, and just everything's been put on hold while it checked me out. So yeah, it's really, really sucky. A lot of people have had a hard time, including me. It's really rough. Deconverted Man says part two, hey, he's making up his songs. Deconverted Man is pretty talented. Can't stand bare feet. Yeah, I had socks on, then I took them off.
You say you can't stand bare feet? Is that what he said?
Yeah.
Oh my God! Like I ran around like bare. I'm a Kentucky girl, barefoot. Not the pregnancy part. I skipped, as much as possible. But the barefoot shit, yeah, like the barefoot shit was like definitely. Like I used to walk on gravel, anything. I could walk on any kind of like stuff. Perfect.
I used to run around the farm barefoot all the time till 1 week I stepped on a bee 3 times. Got 3 really horrible bee stings. And then I started wearing shoes.
Yeah, see, I used to run around all the time. I mean, like I could run across rocks and stuff.
Yeah, I could too. Yeah.
I got baby feet. I can't do any of that stuff.
I do now anyway, because once I started like driving truck, I had to wear work boots. You know what I mean? Like I couldn't even hardly wear tennis shoes. I had to wear like work boots all the time. So
Jasper is gifting a membership. Thank you, Deconverted Man. Gifted a membership by Jasper. Thank you, Jasper. Much appreciated. Where are we at? We'll give you a you rock.
You rock, let's rock with the fire in our veins. Rock on till the skies, till the thunder and rain. All hail Bigfoot, the legend, the king. He walks among shadows, the wild spirits sing.
Yeah, milk.
Deconverted Man.
Appreciating the milk, it stays down well. And thanks, Jasper. You rock. Deconverted Man understands the milk. Most things have been really lousy this whole time. I've been ill, and do appreciate having the milk. Do appreciate being able to have the breakfast drink. They are tasty. They give you all your vitamins and your proteins and your calories, which is appreciated.
So the featured video is 1 hour and 31 minutes long.
Yeah, I know. He goes on and on about how sad he is. So we're gonna take a listen to him. and he really puts on a sad show.
So did this guy claim that he was a lifelong atheist, or that he had been a Christian and he
Yeah,
started?
he was an atheist as a kid. I guess he was cocky and snotty, and
atheists do
he,
that.
he was beat up, and it just seems like he had a rotten childhood.
I hate to. I mean, I hate to doubt his story, but like, I think that the fear of hell is something that sticks with Christians and probably Muslims too. And like, from recovering from religion, like, that's people who have been deconverted for years will still have a fear of hell sometimes. And
Right.
and so I can, his experience would make sense if he had been a Christian beforehand. I really, if he was always an atheist, I'd probably don't.
He was brought up in a Southern Baptist home, and his
Oh,
parents went to Southern Baptist church. So,
Everybody,
what are the chances that he used to be an atheist? Yeah.
everybody
they
around him
threatened-
was
yeah,
Christian.
Well, they threatened him with hell then, probably. Whether
Probably,
he
yeah.
was a Christian or not, they probably did threaten him with hell, because Baptists love to
Yeah, if he
threaten.
didn't get it from his parents, he might have got it from a Sunday school teacher or at vacation Bible school. It just depends on how intense his parents were in making him participate in Southern Baptist church life.
Yeah, Baptists love hell. They love hell.
They love the fear of it.
Yeah,
Um,
they love talking about hell.
most of your NDEs seem to be that way. They've been influenced in one way or another, or they've just hit rock bottom. Whatever it is, there's some kind of an influence that has them
Yeah.
down and out, and expecting the worst. And so, of course, when they don't feel good or they've been ill, they visit hell. And what I don't understand really is all the different stories that you get. Looking around, there's a lot of stories about people going either up or down, and then they got another chance to go up rather than down. But I thought once you were down, it was too late to go up. So it is very confusing, and people make it confusing for themselves, I think. I've seen deconverted man says you burn and suffer and torture and bad stuff.
And your mother-in-law is there, even if you don't have one.
Yeah, your mother-in-law.
Deconverted man.
Just to mess with you. Yeah, deconverted man's got a good sense of humor.
Me putting my socks on really thrown him in a knot, I think.
Maybe I should get mine out. Yeah, I did. I had the problem with the fluid on the legs and stuff too. So I've been there, Robin. They gave me exercises to do when I'm sitting around. They seem to help, but yeah, I still had a little swelling. Nothing you can do about it, I guess. With taking certain drugs affects you certain ways, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Well, I take diuretics, but like, you have to, you couldn't just take, like, you'd have to talk to your doctor with all the stuff you got going on.
Yeah, I had taken some, and I had switched to a different type because they were causing all kind of problems. I guess there's more than one kind. The other type did me a lot better. I did have serious swelling right up my leg. Yeah, there's just I've had more problems with complications and side effects than I've had being sick, and it makes you wonder if you should just deal with being sick and not go to the doctor. But then
No, it don't make you want that. Don't.
But then, yeah, you don't want to do that either. So you're kind of stuck halfway between whether what you want to do and what the doctor's going to do and what they're trying, medicines they're trying, and they flat out tell you that they just don't know what to do other than try stuff. When I had my leg cramps, it took 3 or 4 tries on a medicine, and there's nothing you can do other than try stuff, because if they give you the hard stuff right off the bat, they don't want to do that. They want to start out easy. So yeah, it's really frustrating. Trying to get a straight answer from anybody, trying to get a diagnosis or anything. It's just you expect to go to the doctor and they fix you up, but it's not always the case with certain things. They just don't know what to do. So they just try things, and you see what'll happen. Hello, Jedi. How you doing? So, yeah, I keep losing my voice. Sorry about that. Jedi has been a member for 8 months. Hello, Jedi. Give Jedi some toast.
We love toast. We love toast. We love toast. We love toast. We love toast.
Yeah, we love toast. Hey, Jedi, thanks for hanging out with me. Appreciate you. Yeah, eight months. We got we got Farm in here. Let's.
He said he was late, and I was fixing to tell him that we hadn't even got started yet, Farm.
Yeah, we were just chit-chatting. Everybody had a lousy week. You missed Robin putting on her socks. You sure got deconverted man with the socks.
Deconverted man.
Doesn't know what to do.
Wow.
Yeah, they wanted to know if I was diabetic. Hello, Hizzle. I'm not diabetic, and I'm only diabetic as a side effect. So it's another thing I have to deal with. They put me on insulin and stuff because my kidneys. So you can go around and around and have things wrong with you that aren't even wrong with you to begin with. The medicines have caused it, and there's nothing you can do about it. There's nothing the doctors can do about it. The doctors know they're doing it. There's nothing they can do about it. I haven't really been eating much, mostly drinking milk. And again, thank you, Milk.
Milk.
Doing a good job. Gets you through. So, good to see everybody. For those of you that are feeling well, good for you. For those of you that are having problems, we're all having issues as well. And it's just been a bad week of the planets are out of line. Jedi says they've been drinking a lot of water. Yeah, they tell you to drink a lot of water. No matter what kind of stuff you're on, keep you flushed out. So try to stay on that. I've drank more water than I've ever drank in my life to keep yourself happy. And I'm rambling a little bit. So
John Level said on with the show.
On with the show, yeah. So we got the thing queued up here. We're gonna have a listen to what he has to say, and here we go.
I have Brian Melvin. He was an atheist. He had an NDE, but lots of questions were answered about hell that he saw. I mean, the details. And then he learned something shocking about other NDEs, which we'll be getting to. And then he saw some famous people. And there was one that he saw he saw different ones, but he saw this particular famous person that he didn't even know what they looked like. And then later in research, he was like, that was who he thought it was. But we're not talking about it right now because, Brian, I want to get to your childhood. I mean, what made you an atheist, agnostic?
Yeah, what exactly did that? Hello, Az. How you doing? Good to see you.
Did Simos join us while I was in the kitchen?
And Simos is here. Hello,
Hey,
Simos.
Hello.
He slipped in.
Yeah.
Simos was dealing with a lot of issues earlier in the year or last year. I feel for you, Simos.
Very, very hot, and it's too much for me right now. But anyway, there you go.
If we get a lot of likes and subscribes today, Simos will put on his socks.
Yes, I was gonna say you missed me putting on my socks. You may want to go back and watch me putting on my socks because.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Robin's got compression socks for her legs.
Yeah, I could do with some of those, but I can't wear socks today. It's so hot. I'm just sitting in front of a fan.
We heard that Europe was dealing with a heat wave.
Yeah, it is. It is. Yeah.
Do you not have air? You don't have air conditioning? Like a lot of I mean, I'm told that a lot of people don't have air conditioning over there.
No, I don't have air conditioning. No. I have a fan though.
Yeah.
If you'll pay for the shipping, Simos, I'll pick one up for you at Walmart and send it to you real cheap.
Okay.
I actually have one I would give you if you want to pay for the shipping. Yeah, it's a portable one. One of those portable ones.
Yeah.
I went to London during a heat wave, and they checked us into this hotel, and I asked them about air conditioning, and they said, "Oh, we have a fan." And it's like, are you fucking kidding me? And everywhere we went, every B&B we stayed at, it was, "Oh, we have a fan." It's like, no, you need an air conditioner. Damn it.
We are really spoiled over here.
It's because you're un-American. See, Simos, that's what I'm telling you.
You're un-American.
I am. Yes, I am un-American. You're absolutely right.
My boys did put in the air conditioner. We ran it for a day. Otherwise, it hasn't been on. So, but next week they're talking about a heat wave rolling through. So I don't know. I've been kind of chilly. It's middle of summer, and I've got my blankie out because being sick, I guess, has brought my temperature down. So even though everybody else is hot, I'm cold, and you don't know what to do. You don't want to inconvenience everyone, but dang it, I'm gonna sit around with my blankie.
Well, you can always put more clothes on, but there's only so many that you can take off.
Right. So I got. Well, while I was in the hospital, she had washed all my stuff for me, so I was very appreciative. I was in bad shape. Glad to be here with y'all. Good to see everybody. And this guy had a bad, pretty much a bad upbringing.
This guy has a story.
I'm wondering which pastor it was that she saw in hell, or he saw in hell.
I don't know. But if we get to 7 minutes, there's an interesting part of his story that probably has to do with how white he looks.
Well, we'll see.
He looks like he looks like he saw God instead of hell.
Yeah.
Maybe that was my problem. I got scared.
Simos, I was looking up the temperatures in London over the past 10 days, and apparently the feels like temperature in London was like over 100 degrees Fahrenheit, which is pretty amazing because it's London, but you have so much moisture in the air, probably. That
Yeah.
I bet it was miserable.
Yeah,
I mean-
it has been. It has been. It's. I mean, like, you know, you got to put up with it, but there you go. It's what it is.
Yeah, Farm says he only has AC in one room. The bedroom, that's when it gets hot. Sleeping is impossible. Yeah, it's tough, and then you get too cold, and then you're cold, and then you're pulling the heater up, pulling the blankies up. You can't win when it's hot out. When it's, like I said, what Robin said, when it's cold, you can always grab another blanket. But when it's hot, it's really hard to cool off. You just
Well,
kind of
even if-
lay there.
Even if you have air conditioning right now, with electricity as expensive it is, you can't afford to run it. Because like
That too.
Like my electric bill is like $50 more like right now than it was this time last year.
Yep.
So it's went up a lot.
Yeah, the utilities are killing us here in Ohio. At sleep on the bare floor, says John. That's what I told my dog. Lay down and relax. He's walking around panting, and it's like, you're not helping yourself. You know, lay down on the bare floor. So that's what he was doing. He found himself a spot on the bare floor. It looks like my boys have patched up the soffit out front. So good on them. I feel bad that they have to do all this work, but yeah, they are understanding that I can't do it. Doctor told me, don't you dare get on the ladder. So it kind of
I would say Miss Desk would probably throw a fit if you got on a ladder too.
yeah, she don't like ladders.
Yeah, I can see her like being real
Right.
upset if you climbed up a ladder.
My son was out on the ladder. You got the ladder out? Is it, hello, Ian. How you doing?
Well, it's Ian Chin. Wow.
Ian Chin, yeah. Great debater. Yeah, sorry about the noise. Good to see you though, Ian. We're just chit-chatting how things are rough for everybody all the way around, and we're trying to find out how rough they are in hell. So we're going to see what this guy says about hell.
Well, what made me an atheist or an agnostic, you probably wouldn't believe it, but it was the old cartoon, Rocky and Bullwinkle cartoons. And that sounds kind of funny, but it's true. They used to have this excerpt in the another cartoon inside the cartoon with the time machine about Simon and his dog.
Yeah, they were very, very scientific break. So yeah, I wouldn't hold it against them. They are definitely scientific. The little dog give you science break, I guess, in between the cartoons.
You better not say you saw Bullwinkle in hell.
No, I don't think so, but it was a convincing. Hello, Gavriel. Was a monkey becoming a man once?
Is that Scott on his keyboard again?
No, yeah, that's my
For a
son.
change, I'm not the guilty one.
My boys are working on the soffit. They've been good guys. Appreciate their help and everything.
Yeah.
Do apologize for the noise, but y'all are gonna have to put up with it. Peabody and Sherman. That's right. Fred's got their name. Peabody and Sherman. Always had something new to tell you. I liked watching it. So there's one thing we agree on.
Go in a time machine. And so they would go back in time and talk to philosophers, and it was very amusing and fractured fairy tale stuff like that on those shows. So being an inquisitive kid, I went to the library and began reading philosophy books. And I remember taking them home from the library, and I asked my mom, what does this word mean? She goes, look it up in the dictionary.
Yeah. How about that? Look it up in the dictionary.
Didn't think of that.
Mom doesn't seem to know things, but she told where to find the information. So good. The Wayback Machine. Yeah.
The Webster Dictionary, probably. The Webster Dictionary.
Says I can't tag anyone because I'm on the app. YouTube.
Well, I mean, like, do you really
YouTube
want
is
him
weird.
tagging you, asking you all about evolution during this whole thing anyway?
we understand that there's a lot of bad mouthing of evolution, and this person here is going to bad mouth it too at some point. We're never going to get to all of his video, but
Well, Gabrielle has been trolling around a few channels lately, and so they've had explained to him multiple times. I promise.
air tools are handy, but they're noisy. So sorry, folks.
All good moms do. And so I developed a great vocabulary, and I was reading philosophy at probably elementary school level. And my favorite one was Plato's Republic, and the idea of republic. So much so that I wrote a thing for school, child liberation from your parents. And my mom found it, and she was all upset. And she goes, "How could you write such thing?"
Yeah, why your parents are upset about you being liberated from them. Gee, I couldn't especially them being religious and everything. Yeah, she was probably upset with you. So
We're not that mean. I was thoroughly browbeaten into submission, I guess. You know, it's like you read stuff and it goes to your head. And I became a rebel. That's what I did.
So, I mean, but did you still believe in Jesus? I mean, how were you brought up?
I was brought up in
of course he still believes in Jesus. That was his problem.
He looks like he had some wild rebel days. Yes, he does.
Yeah, talking about getting beat up and everything. He had a bit of a childhood, parents and friends, and opposite of friends, I guess. People were giving him a hard time left and right. So it's it's not curious that he went to hell dealing with all he dealt with. So, but we'll see why.
a Southern Baptist home. My mom and dad were Southern Baptists. They would take me to church, but through events in life, I grew up 10 miles south of Washington, D.C., and it's at that era, it's a lot of racial riots and protests and stuff. So, and some family members were involved in that. They were younger, they were teenagers at the time, and so
he's got family involved too. All kind of influences going on. Yeah, can see why.
I got influenced by that, as well as going to school with some teachers and one teacher put on just a black and white video on the old film, and he turned the volume off so he couldn't see it, and he played The Eve of Destruction in the background, telling us, So
you had a problem with your teachers too.
Yeah, but he turned the volume down so you couldn't see it.
Yeah, that's very, very confusing why he was torturing his students that way. But yeah,
I'm not sure if he knows how, our
I'll just wait for it. It's coming. The next step.
Okay.
basically Marxist propaganda. That's the best.
There you go.
Of course.
Commies.
Yes.
So do you believe there was a teacher in elementary school in the South that was playing Marxist propaganda to the kids?
Well, Washington, D.C. is not actually the South. I'm going to say that.
Well,
I know y'all think it is, but it's not. It's like anything north of Ohio River is like a Yankee to me. So,
well, he's probably in a Yankee region. Okay.
But the commie thing. Are you so surprised? Yeah. No, not surprised.
It's just a word to throw around, scare people.
Marxist propaganda.
Yeah.
It's scary.
I can say. and about these burning the establishment down and stuff. And he was the only one that did it out of the whole. I guess he was a radical, but so that's.
We'll see you later, deconverted man.
Were you in the Black Panthers? That's what I want to know. Were you a Black Panther?
Raise the fist.
That's how it all started. So I went to Sunday school a lot. I didn't know anything, but
Now the atheist went to Sunday school a lot. You know, there it is.
That's what I do every Sunday.
Yeah.
Right now.
I mean, atheists are real big on going to church, I guess. Not.
You know the stories, of Jesus, and Jesus loved the little children, and I knew about Noah's Ark, and never.
No, the Magic Zoo boat. Everybody's heard of the Magic Zoo boat, I think.
Yes, but somehow they always leave out like all of Deuteronomy and Leviticus. Like those are the Bible stories that they should actually share with children. And
really paid attention to it. I don't think I got born again or saved. I know I came home, singing the songs, I love Jesus. Who knows? I don't remember. I don't think I was.
Yeah, see, and that's the thing. People that say that they're born again or saved are the ones coming home singing the songs. So I really question your atheism.
And it was after that, through teachers, books I read, and just going through life, it just drew me away. So by the time I was 10 years old or so, I wouldn't go to church anymore. And I put up a fight. They gave up. My parents gave up. So the other parts, my sister and stuff went to church with them, but I didn't. I just stayed home and watched Bullwinkle and cartoons.
Stayed home and watched cartoons. Okay.
And it was just as much as worth exactly the same.
Yeah, we got.
See,
So already it isn't showing the kind of evolution
Yeah.
I'm talking
They
about.
just
A
want
brown
attention.
beetle is still. Beetles are always beetles. They will always be beetles. It didn't turn into a chicken. A chimp becoming a man is a huge leap. A chimp didn't become a man either. I mean, we share a common ancestor. These are all talking points, but they don't make any sense because it has nothing to do with evolution. So,
Yeah.
that's
Also, he stayed at home, right, to listen to made-up stories instead of going to church and listening to made-up stories.
Yes, exactly right. Fairy tales, either way you go.
Yeah, 10 years old is pretty young to be rebellious about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, she noticed he said 10 years old.
Yeah, he's being influenced by Marxist propaganda at 10 years old. Like, do 10-year-olds know anything about government systems and shit like that?
Well, certainly not Marxist critique.
Beam me up,
Your-
Bob. Hello, Bob. What was our common ancestor? We all share a common ancestor. Depends how far back you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sadly, we share one with you too, Gabrielle. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it human? It's one of those things that's confusing. I mean, you can't lay down. It's like when did a language become another language? It's just there's a gradual curve to it. And then you can't really put your finger on a day or a species when they actually became a certain thing. Just it evolved out of bunches of different things. I mean, it's not like you're saying that it was a one person or anything. It was multiple things.
No.
So
They're not listening anyway, Dave. They're not listening.
Yeah.
I've done this all week to like other
Yeah,
channels.
Gabriel, if you want to just say what was the common ancestor between who, what, and what, just name two species.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe
Or read a
somebody
book.
Mike will be able to tell you.
That would be a good idea. Read a book.
Or look it up. There's always that as well.
Uh-oh.
I mean, there's
Don't do
plenty of
that.
online information about evolution. I don't know if you're aware of this, but it's not a new theory.
No.
Oh,
It is. And then 11 and 12, I just kind of rebelled against all. I didn't want anything to do with church because I had questions like most people. Like, why do all the bad things happen? Why are all these poor people poor? Why is this? Why is that? If you're really God, you can snap your finger and solve it all.
That's what a lot of people say about believing in God is God seems to allow the bad things to happen. That's just the way it is.
well, so you gave up your Marxism and became a capitalist, so you wouldn't worry about poor people anymore.
Abiogenesis is a problem for atheism. No, it isn't, because an atheist doesn't believe in God. What it has to do with abiogenesis, abiogenesis is also brought about by God. There was nothing, and then there was life. So whether you think it was natural or it was by God or whatever, abiogenesis has nothing to do with atheism.
Does it cause y'all any
Atheism is its
trouble?
own thing.
You don't cause me any trouble. Does it cause y'all any trouble?
No,
Problem? Anybody have a problem? Nope.
no.
No problem.
I hope this person realizes that atheism is
You people
not
can
believing
go fuck
in the
yourselves.
existence of a God. Abiogenesis is chemistry.
Hey,
Right.
Gabrielle, I knew your Christian love would shine out pretty
Hey,
soon.
Jill, how you doing?
Yes.
I gave
Abiogenesis.
Gabriel the best answer we have so far as the common ancestor between chimps
Yes.
and humans.
And he
And
showed his
we
Christian
have to go F
love.
ourselves now? We were being accommodating.
You could have just said that to me because I was the one being a bitch. So that would have been like you didn't have to say that to everybody else.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with abiogenesis. We're here.
Yeah.
So if you believe and that God snapped its fingers, whatever, then you still believe in abiogenesis. It's just another one of those words that people throw around. That there was no abiogenesis, but there had to be abiogenesis because we're here. And if you're made out of clay and you're breathed into your nostrils, that's abiogenesis. If it was chemistry, it's abiogenesis. It doesn't matter how you look at it, it's still abiogenesis. So,
Good point, Trusty Ape. Trusty Ape said, at least I know God won't be watching when I do.
yeah. That's the thing. Where I've settled on is that God doesn't seem to be one way or another. Things happen because they do. People get sick because they do. Bad things happen to good people because they do. And if God is sitting back watching it, then thanks for nothing, really. I don't see what good it's doing to believe other than it's just sit back and watch. So
That was a good
You
joke.
can't exist because you won't fix anything. But when I got older and I was a teenager, and you got to understand, you drift back and forth from atheism to an agnostic. Then you're kind of, there could be a God, the man upstairs or something. Then you go back to atheism.
yeah, you can question all kind of things. There's not an answer for it, so that's why people have so many questions.
And then, so in the midst when I was just turned into a militant atheist or turning into one, I will go down to my
turning into a militant atheist.
Yeah, he's hitting all the buzzwords now.
Is that where I pack? Is that where I wear a knife on my belt loop?
Let me see. No, I think it's the one where you carry garlic around all the time. Militant atheist.
Okay.
Put it on your windows.
That's it. No, it's maybe not that one.
Burn Bibles and stuff. Like
Can't remember. Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
You can tell that this man has got all kinds of like experience with being an atheist just by his like jargon.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I would love to see, what's your favorite argument against God?
Yeah, I quit all. I gave up on a lot of the arguments. You
But
have
I
your
mean
you
him.
want to have your God, then have your God. Show me what it's doing.
Yeah,
That's the problem. It doesn't do one way or another.
that's a good way to check though if they really were ever an atheist, because most time if you say that to them, they don't know any arguments against God.
Right.
Relatives farm in Southwest Virginia, at the tip of Virginia there, and near Kentucky, Virginia border. And I spend my summers there because I liked the farm. And so my uncle and aunt were talking to me, witnessing to me, and I'm debating them. I'm just having these debates because I debated people. And
You debated people? You don't even know what these words are. How are you debating somebody?
Yeah.
I'd like to hear what his favorite argument is.
my uncle said, in his big southern drawl, says, Brian, we're talking about evolution. He goes, Brian, who made the first seed for the first plant? And I'd go, oh, star stuff. Well, who made the star stuff? And well, it was a big bang, and all the chemicals got stirred up. Who made the big bang? He reduced it to I was boxed in, and I could not answer.
Oh no.
Yeah.
And he was reading philosophy when he was 8 years old, and
8
his
years
farmer
old.
uncle boxed him in.
On evolution and when they got to the Big Bang part of evolution.
This story doesn't make a lot of sense when you read between the lines.
No wonder.
Also,
no wonder
never
he went to hell.
heard of Agrippa's trilemma either.
He went to hell for lying. I'm pretty sure that's what it was.
Uh-oh. Could be.
Oh well.
That
There we go.
impressed me. And then my aunt afterwards wrote me letters. I wrote her back. We just wrote each other letters. She would witness to me through those letters, and both of them are very instrumental in leading me to the Lord later on.
You were led all along.
Exactly.
I don't see any opposite to it. You weren't an atheist. You had a lot of religious influence. You're talking about your parents and your aunt, and everybody's just chewing on you about religion. So that's where you get it from.
Oh, you didn't get a letter from God.
Yeah. Where was God in all this? God can't write a letter. God apparently can't write a book. And the only thing God was capable of was some stone tablets that got smashed. Couldn't even keep them handy for more than a minute.
And sexually assaulting an underage girl.
Doesn't seem to be very big on carrying the word, even though the Bible changes. So you've got that too. Early Christian is big on. There's no evidence of abiogenesis. Yes, there is. We're here. Want to involve non-living chemistry? Okay. Where are the living elements on the periodic table? There aren't any. Okay. You don't have life without chemistry. You have elements, but you do not have life. So it takes an interaction.
We should make these people stay on topic. You know, like they just come in here and just like.
They're all welcome to chime in, but they don't understand that what these words mean. Abio, like I said again, doesn't matter if God did it or not. It's still abiogenesis. So you're using words out of context, and nobody cares because we are here. So if you're a believer, you believe that God did it. I don't know what else to tell you other than you can believe all you want. You have a burden of proof as well. So you want to blame the scientists for not creating something in the lab. We also don't see this supposed creation happening. What we do see is evolution happening. Lots of things happening that science will explain, but nobody else can, especially not the religious.
Plant the seeds.
Very, very.
They did not give up.
Yeah, right. No,
I have to say I was an ornery little cuss.
well, see, the thing that I think is because that is always
Real
amazing when
fucking
I
shit.
talk to different people like you. I mean, because you went to hell, and we're going to talk about things that you saw that was so
What?
detailed. But
He went to hell. Yeah.
You went to hell? Is that proven?
Yeah.
and
he
he
had a-
came back.
Hell.
I'm beginning to understand. What he's really saying is he was such a shit when he was a kid that no one liked him, and so he ended
He
up
went
having
to
a
hell
nervous
and-
breakdown.
He had a coupon for a do-over, so they sent him back.
Hey,
So,
I'm gonna like do a prophecy here and say that he saw Charles Darwin in hell.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
There you go.
Yeah.
Hey,
He's
bingo.
there. He's there. He's one of ours.
you obviously had some relatives that were praying for you. But did you get?
You obviously had some relatives. Yeah, they were all chewing on him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Must have been
Involved in
Catholic,
drug-
like Southern Baptist, but they had to be Catholic because Catholic is the only place where you go. Like, isn't it where you go down to hell for like a little time and like burn off, your sins, be cleansed of your sins or whatever, purified. That's what it is.
Well, not officially anymore, but that was purgatory.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. My relatives have been praying for me ever since I uttered my first sentence.
And then you're calling in for a prescription.
Yeah.
Well, I look at it this way: they're not really doing anything, so don't be too worried about it. You know what I mean? Like,
Is it possible he had a hallucination? I don't think he needs a hallucination, but he could have had one.
it's not like they're actually like doing anything for you, so not that much trouble.
Drugs in high school.
Oh yeah. In junior high school is when it all started. I was a
Okay,
nice
this is
kid.
good.
I was, debating people. I wanted to be in the debate clubs. When I thought about joining.
You thought about it, but you weren't actually a debater. Now, you said earlier that you debated all kind of people, but you really didn't. You really didn't.
The drama club, but I didn't. I never did. And
Yeah, you never did. You
The
said
drama
earlier
club and
you
the
did.
debate club are not the same.
Yeah. He's got a lot of drama, though. Definitely a lot of drama.
I was
Pay
playing
attention to this
trumpet
next
and
part.
doing
Okay.
music and stuff. And I went to junior high school, and I was hoping to be where all my friends were sent to another school. And I was sent to a school as bussed in as part of this program of integration. And I was surrounded in the locker room, and I was beaten severely. And
Okay. There you go. Okay, hang on. Was he surrounded by black people? Is that what he's telling us?
I don't know, but I was bused in second grade when Louisville started busing, and to an all-black school, and it was the best elementary school experience that I had the whole time I was in elementary.
Yeah.
school.
Okay, roll ahead to the next part and find out what happened and see if this story makes sense for a high school experience. I don't know.
And I remember coming out of the gym and seeing the two principal and vice principal. They turned and walked away from me when they're surrounded, and the people had these big.
Now, wait a minute.
Wait, no, play a little bit more, Dave.
I'm already bothered.
Wood fist hit me with the clubs and hit me in the head, and
Hit them in the head with clubs in school.
And the principal just turned
The
around and
principal
walked
just
away.
watching. Yeah. Do you think that really happened? Do you
No.
really believe this book? Yeah.
No. I don't believe a word he's been saying.
I look back on. I know how now. I'll probably tell about it later. But the Lord, in my after-death experience, showed me angels made me get up and stand on my feet, even though I was seeing stars, and helped me up the stairs.
They
or I
didn't
would have been dead.
protect you though. Why didn't they fight the guys? Like the
Yeah, why
angel
didn't they
children, like,
stop you
fighting the
getting
guy.
beaten up in the first fucking place?
Yeah, really. Help
Okay,
you
wait,
get up.
wait. His story is that he went to hell. What the fuck were the angels doing in hell, talking to him and telling him stuff?
Well, but
I
like,
don't know why they're there.
I'd be like, thanks for the fucking help, y'all. I'm glad
Right.
y'all got me back.
Right.
Wouldn't they scorch their wings if the angels went to hell? I don't know. Wouldn't there, there were feathers, right?
little crispy around the edges.
Details,
Yeah.
details, Mike, details.
Details, yeah. Okay.
It seems like, he was having a hard time no matter where he went. Family, friends, strangers, everybody was giving this guy a hard time. And I feel bad for him. I mean, no kid should be given that hard of a time, but it seems like he was, and that was a big influence.
Yep.
So after that, I said, how can I avoid getting beaten up?
There's a good idea.
Yeah. Work it out. Yeah.
Okay. Wonder what his solution is.
And everybody that's been in that experience would rather not get beaten up.
But you
Like
do
I
something
say,
about it, don't you? I mean,
I feel bad, but then again, was he admitted that he was ornery? So was he asking for it?
That's what I was gonna say. I was like, watching your mouth usually is about the biggest thing you can do if you're getting beat up a lot. Just watch your mouth.
Yeah,
but what he said was wooden fists and clubs or something. And I'm like, what are you talking about?
What kind of school did you go to? Yeah,
Talking about the power fist is when he made that fist right there. That's what he's talking about. That's what he's talking about.
He was talking about all the
being very
racial
racist
problems and stuff that was going
very
on.
racist right now.
Yep, I think it. The next. Yeah. Okay. See what a solution is.
So I went to I looked in. I heard about drugs on TV, so I got a little book about what type of drugs are what. Found them in medicine cabinets and relatives, and ripped them off. And
you were
okay. I just want to comment. I just want to review this story, right? So he's a white kid. He got put in an all-black school, and then they beat him up with clubs, and the angels told him to stand up, and the principals ignored him. And then he decided, okay, I don't want to get beat up again. So I'm in a black school. So what should I do? So he read about drugs, and he became a drug dealer because he read a book on it. And then he went and stole from the medicine cabinet to be a drug dealer. This is this guy's story. So I'm not sure if I'm going to believe the next part of the story, given that this part of the story stinks like hell.
I'm pretty well convinced that he had hell, like hell. He was he had it coming.
Yeah,
something. But I mean, nobody becomes a drug dealer by going and reading a book about it. It's like,
well, Brian said best way to get beat up is don't be an asshole. Yeah. There's a reason you were being beat up.
Yeah.
And then there are some people who knew me, some of the guys went to school with, and that were there in the same predicament. And they were still they're involved in the church youth movement. The church group is in junior high.
Now, the guys that were beating you up were involved in the church. Okay. Sounds like a swell bunch.
Before he said all his friends got sent to another school, but now apparently some of them got sent to the club school.
Well, to be fair to him, it's been a while since he's been in junior high school.
Yeah, yes, yeah. So we'll give him a break. He might have, his memories may have been altered a little bit.
You never know. He
may have been watching too much Netflix.
He might have like burnt something, like extra fried a brain cell or two down there.
Yeah.
High, whatever it is. And I sold them all the drugs. And they went on a roller skating rink thing, and they had a real happy time. So I became one of the biggest drug dealers, not knowing a thing about dealing drugs. So to keep the facade.
Yeah, I believe this story.
Yeah, right.
Roller rink.
The roller rink got leaked, so The roller rink, I believe that checks out. Actually,
What does a roller rink have to do with this story?
that's where the people that bought his drugs went and had a good time.
Maybe that's why he thinks
yeah,
he went to hell.
Oh yeah, that's where I used to buy drugs all the time. Is at the roller rink. I remember.
Yeah, I don't
I
remember
did
any
actually buy
of that
drugs.
stuff happening at the roller rink.
I have
Yeah.
bought drugs at the roller rink. The roller rink
Oh,
thing
yeah.
checks out. That is a period of time probably
Really?
where the roller
Okay.
rink was like a big place to go.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, Robin, really, you should say I have heard of people buying drugs at the roller rink because
I don't care. I don't care. Like everybody, like that was a long time ago. The statute of limitations has run out. Actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also,
Well,
not really drugs from like a medicine cabinet either. I mean, how do you
Yeah.
expect to be the biggest drug dealer if you're just taking drugs from the medicine cabinet?
right. You're gonna run out in 30 days.
Crazy.
Somebody go steal my stool softeners.
Well, who buys? Who the fuck buys those drugs? Nobody. Everyone wants weed or coke or, you know what I mean? Some serious drugs.
Never buy stool softeners at the roller rink. It's not a good idea.
Yeah, absolutely.
How you doing, Jacqueline? Good to see you.
You're right, Mike. You're right.
Yeah, beware of the roller rink.
You know, us huge drug dealers have all made that mistake once.
Maybe that's what he means by hell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stool softeners at the roller rink. He sold like hundreds of them.
Maybe when he said he read about all these drugs, maybe he just broke into the medicine cabinet, stole a load of drugs, and started experimenting.
Well, he also stated that he didn't know anything about the drugs. He read about them, but he didn't learn anything, apparently. I don't know. There's a few holes in the story.
And the best drugs are not in the medicine cabinet. I'm sorry.
No.
Although maybe back at the end, was there still
Yeah, the diet pills?
No. Oh yeah, there was still them. But back when he was a kid, do we still have Quaaludes?
Yeah, back then they had Quaaludes. Yeah.
And remember, mamas in middle-class households were still being prescribed anti-anxiety medication.
Which is not good drug.
Valium.
Hey, Dade, how you doing?
Valium or something. Hey, Dade.
Yeah, I was just watching a show on Mother's Little Helper.
There may have been some Quaaludes though.
Yeah, women were prescribed a lot of drugs at the
Yeah, and then they made divorce legal, and like women didn't need near as many drugs.
Yeah.
Very weird.
That makes sense.
Live, I started stealing more drugs and finding out what marijuana is, and I got in the wrong crowd. That's how it all started. So I started doing drugs too.
The marijuana crowd.
Because of your life event.
Yeah.
And of course, I used to blame God for getting beat up and all that too. But that all.
You're an atheist if you blamed God for getting beat up.
Right, he's an atheist who blamed God. There's another. Yeah.
There we go.
I guess I would
I don't
blame
know about
God
you
too,
other
though, if I
atheists.
hadn't. Go ahead, Scott.
But when bullshit stuff happens in my life that I don't like, I don't blame God. I blame outside circumstances or a lot of times myself because I get myself into situations.
Yep.
But I guess if angels had came and like helped me up after I got beat up, then if I got beat up again, I probably would maybe blame God then. You know, maybe like, hey, if you're gonna have these motherfuckers following me around, can you at least let them do something? You know, like put them to work. But
That's always the question. It's like, what were you doing while they were beating me up? You were watching. Dade, who is this guy? This is a guy looking for attention, it seems like.
this guy's been to hell, Dade. He has been to hell.
Yeah.
We don't doubt that.
It seems that he was asking for it. Look what I got out of my mother's medicine cabinet. Give me attention.
Fed to my atheism.
No, it didn't feed into your atheism. It fed into your swiping stuff out of the cabinet. It has nothing to do with atheism.
That makes sense. Now,
No, it doesn't make sense.
No, it doesn't.
No, not at all.
Now, how did you get ill? I mean, because what happened to you that you ended up dying?
Well, as I reached to my 20s, and at 18, 19, I graduated from high school, and all that, and I was a militant atheist by then and doing drugs and stuff, and I was living with some bikers in Manassas, Virginia, and
the bikers did it.
Yeah.
This dude has never been anywhere near a bike.
All bikers.
Yeah, I have the same experience that it's not the bikers. So it's one more load of crap.
from there, things got hot and heavy, so I flew out to Tucson, Arizona, and it could have.
You flew out to Arizona? Must be nice to have money for a plane ticket.
Bet your arms were tired.
Yeah, but he was a big time drug dealer. Big time drug dealer. He probably stole the plane anyway, to be fair.
Right out of the medicine cabinet.
Just read how to fly it.
Maybe the angels flew him out there.
Could be. Could be. Breathing's metabolism inside cells that are already alive. So it's the opposite of abiogenesis, which is the first cell forming where there wasn't one. Mike, cells form, don't they? You know
What was that?
It says because of abiogenesis, the first cell formed where there wasn't one. It doesn't make any sense.
It's kind of abbreviating the whole thing, but
yeah, cells kind of can form, but not necessarily be life, because there's like several things that most scientists consider that have to be fulfilled or met, qualifications that have to be met before it's to be alive. But we have things like viruses and some other items that do a lot of what scientists consider alive, but don't do the whole thing, so that they're not quite life. And so abiogenesis could have easily have happened by things that were not quite alive, complicated but not quite alive, developing those features that would make something alive, or combining with other not quite alive things to where they do have all the factors to be alive. So there's a lot of things that's happened in the last 70 years in the field of abiogenesis. So I just think early Christian quotes as being a bit naive, maybe not doing his homework or her homework, I don't know, their homework. So just do some research.
Yeah, I mean,
data isn't figured out.
It's a complicated topic. Like, it's a complicated field. And, like, it's so amazing to me. They're like, well, I can just figure it out right here, just like quizzing these atheists about it.
Yeah, Dade's got it. He seems a bit confused. He's throwing a lot of words around that he picked up here and there, but
you missed his racism actually, Dade, already. So,
yep. How you doing, Brian? Good to see you. Abiogenesis has more evidence now than it lacks. Pretty much, we're here. So abiogenesis proves itself.
In February, something like that, in 1980, and so next thing I knew, I flew out there with some relatives, landed a job, found a place to rented it, started going.
Well, you got things pretty good. I mean, you showed up, you got an apartment to rent and a place to stay. Things are looking good for you. I don't know why you have such an attitude, but you do.
I told my friend I'm moving out.
I read ahead on the transcripts, but I don't know. I guess it's worth listening to the whole story, but there's going to be a lot of diarrhea coming up. So anyway, I just want to warn you.
Yeah, I watched the video. He does have a lot of
diarrhea.
A lot of talking points. Evolution is terrible. Atheists are terrible. All the typical things.
I told y'all he was selling school softeners.
He's just selling stool softeners. That's right.
Yeah, there you go. Robin called it.
There, I'm getting away from this mess. This is too crazy here. And so he came with me. So he went, and another guy came too. He went to Tucson, Arizona, and I was working. I got a job right away too, and I had to be there in 2 weeks. So I had to get back.
Yeah, see, you don't have it so bad. I mean, there are people that look for a job and have a hard time. You seem to not have trouble. Somebody's got their weed whacker out. Better clean up their yard.
Move and travel, and so that's what I did. And so it was. This would be just before the 4th of July. It would be near the end of June-ish, right around there. I was working, and you get up super early in the morning, and you go in probably 4 a.m. Or you have to get off of work around noon or 1 o'clock. It's just too hot to work. At least it was back then. I'm sure the temperature hasn't changed any, but so.
Oh, it's actually gotten hotter.
Yeah, and I don't know many bosses that give you the day off because it's hot.
Well, no, in Arizona and stuff, they start real earlier or they quit around lunch and come back sometimes because it gets like 120 some degrees in Tucson, Arizona in the summer.
Yeah, you can't tell the difference between hell and where you're at.
Yeah, that's exactly why he thinks he was in hell, because he was in Tucson, Arizona.
It was too hot. That's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that dry heat shit is bullshit. I mean, they'll say always dry heat. No. That don't
Hot is hot. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where they take a siesta because it's too dang hot to work.
The best time to go to Tucson, Arizona is February.
Nice and cool, right?
Or not.
It's nice in February. It's nice.
My job at that time I was electrician, and we were doing underground work, and the backhoe would go into the hard caliche, rock hard soil, and dig out a trench. We level it out, lay our pipe so we could pull wire. So we were doing that. Then it got too hot. We moved in the inside, and my supervisor, which was a devout Christian, whom
now we got a supervisor.
Another one.
Yeah.
I would manipulate the other co-workers and egg them on to torment this guy while he's eating his lunch. He'd sit there with his Bible. We'd throw things at him, and he just took it. He left another example of what it means.
Grown men. Throwing food.
Throwing food at somebody at lunch.
It's your boss. Like I would fire every one of them dumbasses. And I'd work them through the heat next day too.
You really got to question his storytelling.
To be a Christian too. It left seeds. He didn't fight back. He didn't retaliate. He just took it. And he's our boss. And so he went with his kid.
Yeah, no. The
that's
boss taking abuse.
Christians turn the other cheek. They're just famous for it.
Wonderful Christians.
Kids to Nogales, Mexico. That's not too far from Tucson. And the truck overheated, so he filled up one of the work coolers with creek water from Mexico. And he kept it in the back of the cooler, back of his truck. And the fresh water cooler ran out of water. And so I saw the other cooler in the back, and I picked it up. And I ended up drinking Mexican water from Mexico. Where
You're drinking funny water.
He drank in Mexican water. Yes.
Drinking Mexican water.
I wouldn't drink water probably in Mexico. I wouldn't. I don't like to drink water and it's out of the tap here.
It's probably brown too.
Especially a creek. Ugh. No.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Don't drink the water. That was another mistake. This guy's full of mistakes.
Jesus should have made that into wine for you.
Yeah, really.
Of course, that's the main reason people drank wine back then, is their water was contaminated a lot, and you got fewer stomach problems that way.
Yeah, and that was the only trick that Jesus really knew well. So they
Yeah, don't drink the water unless Jesus has turned it into wine.
In fact, there were a lot of gods that were doing that around that time. Dionysus, like, there were a lot of water to wine gods.
It explains everything. Because he's going to trip out, watch.
We got it. And it was warm and slimy. And I don't know how many gulps. I was so thirsty. I took lots of gulps.
Ew.
It was warm and slimy, but I drank it anyway.
Ew.
Yeah, he's pretty dumb.
Dude.
Is this guy trying to prove himself smart?
I think so, yeah, he's
Because he was
failing.
doing that bragging about reading Plato when he was 10. Now he's drinking Mexican swamp water.
Right, and he had to read a book to become a drug dealer. So there you go.
Jedi says the Egyptians paid in beer since it was safe liquid to drink. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the thing. You put a little alcohol in it and make it safe to drink.
John points out a good thing. Holy water contains E. coli.
Yeah.
Yep.
Holy E. coli, though.
The baptism pools and everything are all contaminated, and it doesn't seem like there's a good way to have water at church. So
Contaminated with the tears of altar boys.
Yeah,
Ooh.
do not drink the water in Mexico or at the church.
I agree. I just dropped in to see what condition my condition was in. That's a good song.
Yep. Okay, so now we're going to go through the whole diarrhea story.
And I said, well, something's wrong with this. And the other guy tasted.
Gee, you think it's warm and slimy? Do you think there's something wrong with it?
Yeah, and I think
it's probably
there's a
brown.
planaria on the bottom.
Yeah, it's got bubbles forming in it. Dude, I've got some advice for you.
Having serious doubts about your story, dude.
Yeah, you're making up a bunch of stuff, and you shouldn't have been doing that stuff to begin with.
Didn't spit it out, and then we opened it up. He opened it up, and it was inside was I don't know the color of the algae because it was kind of a rusty red. It had no oxygen.
The water was full of algae too.
And it was red.
Dude. There's all kind of flags. Don't drink.
There were some turds floating around in it, and I drank it anyway.
I would say that's mud. Probably.
Isn't red algae particularly toxic?
Yes, it is.
That's why he went to
Yeah,
hell.
the blooms it is.
He died and went to hell. Remember?
Yeah. If I was drinking lumpy warm water, yeah, you expect bad things to happen to you. That's surprise.
That was in there, and he looked like a lot of like seaweed type stuff in the bottom, and all these little things floating around in it. And one of the things that got me.
And you drank it.
Why was you drinking it? What is?
You're asking for trouble.
I mean, animals would have passed on that crap. I mean, like,
No, you see.
my dog would have went like, I ain't drinking that shit. What?
Right.
You know, if instead of reading Plato when he was 10 or whatever, he should have read a Boy Scout manual or something.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go. Yeah, that
Don't
might
drink
keep him getting beat up and crap.
Yeah, I mean, you're not too bright.
I agree.
It looked like a flat noodle with an eyeball in it, just swimming around. And so I drank a lot of that. And being at about
It looked like an eyeball.
eyeball?
In it. and you drank a lot of it.
A flatworm.
What's your problem, dude? You're asking for problems.
Hey, maybe it was the same kind of worm that JFK had in his brain. You remember that? Like the one that died from starvation in JFK's brain?
Yep. I wonder why it was starving.
Yeah, exactly.
evolutionist as I was, I always look back and say, God, you have a sense of humor. I drank Darwin's soup. We did not evolve from slime.
There
Oh
you
my
go.
God. Yeah.
He drank,
Okay.
Yuck,
drank
yuck,
Darwin's
yuck.
slime.
Yep, yep.
Oh my God. Like, your story, dude, is so bad. So bad.
It is. And it gets worse. He just gets worse. It's like he's making it up as he goes.
Yes.
We did not.
And he thinks it's funny. You notice he thinks it's funny. He thinks it's funny that he was drinking brown, lumpy water with things swimming in it, and it seemed to be alive. Yeah, that's really funny.
I wonder if he got sick from it.
I was laughing at James Frazier, who said, "Not too bright. A fool has said in his heart there is no God." Yes, and intelligent people say it out fucking loud.
No way the interview is believing. I think the interviewer is part of the problem.
I would be like, tell me about hell. I don't really care about your nasty ass water drinking shit that you did.
Yeah.
Let's get to the hell part.
No way you could. You die. I mean, it's just, yeah. I mean, but so I found out I contracted cholera. I had.
You got sick from drinking the water? No kidding. Knock me over with a feather.
Never mind. I had a thought when I forgot it. But
too bad there weren't any signs that water wasn't safe.
Yeah, it had all the flags, and he drank it anyways. He seemed to be, again, asking for it. So you got it.
I think if he were brighter, he would know more about this whole idea of Darwin's soup or whatever.
Yeah.
He kind of passes on that. Yeah, poisoned water with all sorts of living organisms in it is going to give you cholera or whatever. But nobody expects things to fall from it, at least not in 4 hours or something.
Staple guns are loud.
Some type of neurotoxin from the algae. I can't remember the type. I wrote it down, but I can't read my writing. And then I had some.
And why'd you write it down?
Oh, God.
Well, I can't judge the guy for that because my handwriting is horrible.
Yeah, I can't read my writing either, so I just don't write.
And I have taken notes before and gone back and go, "What in the heck was I writing?"
I do that. I do that all the time, Scott. So I just quit writing shit down. That's just.
There you go. Yeah, it's a little confusing, but okay.
Sort of dysentery. There's several types. I had a cocktail that would kill anybody, and I had no idea.
It didn't kill you though.
Well, probably because of a miracle from God or something. He's going to claim that he should be dead, but he's alive. Hallelujah. God did it.
Yeah.
Either that or all the atheists and scientists that were in hell said, "Get this clown out of here."
Have another drink.
He does not belong here. He's not one of ours.
Dude probably drinks toilet water also. Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. You hand him some and he drinks it. Kind of question that too. Dude, stop doing that. Okay? Whoever's giving you the brown water, don't listen to them. All right?
And with cholera, you literally, in the dysentery, on top of it, you literally lose all your body fluid. It goes out both ends. So next thing I knew, within 12 hours, it hit. It hit earlier. But that night afternoon when I went home, I thought I could cure everything by drinking Jack Daniels or Jose Cuervo, or I just down liquor and beer thinking I'd cure it. It just made me worse. And
he probably took ivermectin during the COVID process.
He's got it all figured out. You just drink some Jack Daniels and it cures you.
And I wonder if he
Jose Cuervo go together so good.
I wonder if he's an anti-vaxxer too. I don't know this. But anyway, yeah, whiskey will not cure cholera.
I agree with John. John said, "Dude probably drinks toilet water too."
Dude,
well, how else are you going to build up immunity?
Yeah, all hail Bigfoot. But
No,
somebody giving me a hard time. You call Christians hypocrites.
we're hurting our
I see
feelings.
hypocrites making jokes of a hypocrite. You can't make this up. Yeah, I'm laughing at the dude for drinking brown bubbly water with eyeballs in it. Yeah, it deserves to be mocked. I mean, come on.
Is it supposed to make us feel bad? Because it don't.
Now, how exactly are we being hypocritical?
I would tell the dude not to drink it. So
I'm being kind of an asshole, but it's all right.
He doesn't know the word. He doesn't
Yeah, I mean,
understand the word.
he was drinking it, and then like John says here, cure dehydration with booze. It doesn't work. I don't know what books he was reading, but he should have read some different books. Apparently, reading Plato didn't help him out one bit at all.
I woke up not feeling well, and
You woke up not feeling well, really?
Wow, really?
Really? Yeah.
That's it. Okay.
But the most important thing is, did you have your clothes on? Because tequila makes your clothes fall off too.
Yeah, it does.
I went to work, and I had to leave early because that's when it hit. It came out both ways, and this pain began. And so next few days I got worse. And with cholera, when your body goes into shock, I never knew any of this until I went to a medical library at a hospital and looked up cholera, trying to figure out what happened. And so cholera, before you die, your body goes into shock, and you wake up, and all the pain goes, fever goes, you feel great, and you get up and you start walking around. Then it hits you, and then you drop. That's exactly what happened.
So, I mean,
okay, hang on a second. This rocket scientist, okay, he first of all, he got drunk after he started getting sick, and then instead of going to the doctor, he went to the library to read about it.
Yeah.
This is
It's
pre.
just like-
Remember, this is pre-internet. So, like, you
Oh,
didn't
yeah.
you didn't have Google.
This is just about his, but they had telephone books with the name of the local doctor in a clinic. But this is the same as he wanted to become a drug dealer, so he went to the library and read about it.
And
I can't get by that one, Robin. I cannot get over that.
Yeah, it's so stool softeners. Wondered why you end up with diarrhea.
did your roommates see that you were sick? I mean, did they try to help you?
Yeah,
they wanted to take me to the hospital and call me all kind of 4-letter words, how dumb I was for not going to the hospital. They were very concerned, and they
You're
they even made fun of him.
You drank bad water, and you didn't want to get any help. You deserve
because
to
who
be.
wants you buddy dying on them, like on your couch, or like
Right.
that kind of, yeah.
Even if you don't like the person, you don't want them dying in your place.
Yeah.
would shake their head, and I said, "Oh, I'm a guy. I can do it. This will pass. I've been through worse." But the pain.
No.
He's had worse than cholera before.
Well, apparently, yeah. But I was at the point of something's wrong, so you go to the doctor. I mean, that's what a guy. I mean, I can be hard-headed and not go, but there reaches a point where you're sick. There's something wrong with you. When you pass out or drop, it's time to say, "Hey, I got to go to the doctor." Doesn't matter how hard-headed you are. If you're dropping, hi Tori, you should go to the doctor.
Hell yet, DM. Deacon Birdman, we haven't made it to hell
DM
yet.
wants to. Yeah, let's hear about hell.
Pain was too intense, and also another reason I didn't want them to take me to the hospital is that we were all planning to meet up with one of their relatives who had a small plane who was going to fly up to the Grand Canyon on a Saturday, and then they're going to take the plane and actually fly into the canyon and out. And I always wanted to do that, and I didn't want to ruin their trip. So I said,
You didn't want to ruin someone else's fun, even though you had cholera.
Yeah, cholera.
Wow.
Yeah, it didn't. So it's the best thing for cholera, everybody knows, is getting a small plane.
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, cholera,
best-
interestingly, happens to be afraid of heights.
Yeah.
Ah,
Just make sure you're not the pilot, though. Like, you don't want to be the pilot.
no, I'll be all right. This will pass. And they were very concerned the day they were going to be leaving real early in the morning. And that's when when I didn't know at the time, my body went into shock. So all the pain stopped. The razor
You're in a lot of shock, but you're not in the hospital.
blade is excruciating pain in your gut, and everything's going out both ends.
You're in shock. You're in shock. I mean, come on, dude. Go to the doctor. And it's not being a hypocrite or not liking you or anything else. It doesn't matter who it is. I would say, hey, go to the doctor. I mean,
well, he did go to the library in the middle of all this and read about it. So there you go.
Brian Stevens points out, though, that he may not have done all that good, like checking out the library book, because it does sound like he has salmonella poison more than cholera.
well, it doesn't matter. You're going to get something when your water is winking at you.
You just can't control it. All that ended. So I got up. I said, look, guys, I'm okay now. You guys can go. You just enjoy yourself. You have a great time. And they go, you don't look too good. You know, they had some more loving 4-letter expletives saying, you're a really idiot that we got to take you to the hospital. Who cares about?
I'm sorry to interrupt, but real quick question. Has this guy mentioned uncontrollable diarrhea yet?
He did say out of both ends. So.
Yeah.
He did say both ends. Okay. Because apparently diarrhea is a big feature of cholera.
Yeah.
Oh, is it? I think he's
Tori's having a heck of a day. We all are. It's been a bad way to go, but we're here gathering around and talking about what a bad time we've had of it.
Do they have a toilet for that both ends thing? Like maybe like 2 toilets, like you sit on one and you lean over on the other. I don't know.
It's at the hospital, let me tell you.
Thinking out loud.
No, you have
Thinking
to
out
share.
loud.
You have to share with both ends. Have to share.
I wasn't amused being there. You got to go to the bathroom, and you go on yourself and everything, and the nurses are like, don't worry about it, and they just blow it off. And it's like, it's embarrassing though. You're so sick that you can't control yourself. You're going at both ends, as he said. It's time to realize there is something wrong with you. You might want to get checked out. Hey, Spooky, how you doing?
You spooky.
Spooky wishing me well. Thank you, Spooky. Yeah. When you're in the hospital, you learn a lot of things too. You learn a lot of things from the nurses. Listen to what they have to say. Gee whiz.
yeah, and also, sell them some drugs.
Right out of your medicine cabinet. That's right.
Yeah.
Hey, they gave me. They've been giving me buckets loads of prescriptions. Just ask, and they'll give you drugs.
Our trip. I said, no, don't. You guys go. So they reluctantly go, but my friend says, you got a neighbor going to check on you today. So just make sure everything's okay. He can get into. He has the key. He can get in. So he'll be checking on you. I said, okay. And as they pulled away, and I was looking out the kitchen window, they pulled away. I remember them shaking their heads at me because where you pull up was right in front of the kitchen window, and they just pulled out and shaking their heads and drove on. And then I wish I would have listened because it hit. I collapsed on the floor. The fever came back, the shaking, the vomiting, everything. I didn't vomit there, but it took me quite a while, a few hours. I mean, it sounds, you crawl about 30 feet back to the restroom, back into the bedroom. And my German Shepherd was whimpering and making all kinds of racket. And
you scared the dog.
He's German Shepherd.
You scared the dog.
Great. It's great. So 1 minute he's going from, nah, I'm fine, I can fly over the Grand Canyon, no fucking problem. Just a bit of fucking cholera. To, oh, I can't move.
Even the dog is telling you there's something wrong.
His dog was trying to tell him he's a dumb fuck.
If I was that woman, I'd be like, just get the hell already. Come on now. Don't all your bodily functions.
Has he said what year this is?
Sounds like the 70s, maybe.
I think he said 19-something, 80-something. And the thing about it is the more he talks, the more convinced I am that he was completely delusional when this happened.
Yeah.
Like this man was like, I mean, like his body was like completely out of liquids and you know, just anything that would, like nothing in his brain or body was working properly at all. Nothing.
Was it on this channel or maybe Skeptic Philosophy's channel where we talked about near-death experiences a few weeks ago?
Yeah, it was here.
We did it here.
Yeah, the thing that always comes to my mind is this is a position where your brain is going to be very compromised. And all the things, your brain, everything is just going to be off, and you can't trust your experiences.
Yeah.
And so
you're dehydrated. You're, you know what I mean? Like you don't have any electrolytes in your body at all. Nothing. Your brain can't run on all that kind of stuff.
So what this is amounting to me is this guy, he got sick and had a dream, you know,
or an illusion. I mean, like you will.
Hallucination.
You will hallucinate when you get like that.
Definitely.
I finally got into the bed and pulled myself up on it, and I was freezing, you know, and we didn't have air conditioner. We had a swamp cooler that barely worked. And so it was probably about 95 or so in the house, get up to 98. That's cool for Arizona. And at that time. And so I was freezing. I had a sleeping bag and blankets on top of me. I'm shaking. Things were getting surreal looking. And that's when it happened. That's when I took my last breath.
So did you?
Wait a minute. He was home alone, and he died.
Yep. Under a sleeping bag.
Let's go on.
Above your body? Did you go through a tunnel? What happened?
Well, what happened is when I was in a lot of pain and I wanted my dog to go get help. I remember thinking that, but I was too.
Yeah, the dog is smarter than you.
Too weak. I had my hand over the bed, and when I reached, I saw my hands like this, but I saw another hand come out of my hand and went through my dog's chin. Then I went. It's a weird thing to take your last breath and know it when you do it. It just, as soon as that, I was out of my body. I wore glasses.
Yeah.
Well, it's actually your last breath, though.
It's. I got to question the NDE part of it. I'm dead, but I'm talking to the dog.
And he's home alone, and he's dead. And he's sitting here talking to us.
Take his last breath. I can tell you all about my last breath. I mean, I'm glad you're with this guy. I really am. But I think that I think you were hallucinating.
Okay, an exercise for everybody is to go to that channel and look at the video titles of the other videos, because it'll tell you a lot.
Yeah. I mean, it sounds to me like if you hadn't been hallucinating, that would have been really weird.
Yeah, this isn't just the NDE thing because I'm ill and stuff. That's not why my fascination. My fascination is that he talks like an idiot. He's supposed to be an atheist, but yet he believes in all kind of stuff. all these things are happening. He seems to be making it up as he goes. Yeah, there's a lot more to it than just being sick. He's an idiot. No offense.
I call those stories big windies.
Yeah. You're an idiot, dude. Somebody should have told you. You're an idiot. Maybe that's what his friends were telling him with 4-letter words. That you're an idiot. P.W. Melvin's clinical death was not independently verified by third-party medical records or witnesses. It relies entirely on his own personal testimony. That's the thing with these.
Is that who this guy's name? Is that guy? This guy?
Must be.
Yeah. I went to that link that Dave posted for this video and looked in the description, and they had the guy's name and went a link to his Amazon thing, and I just searched for his name.
Yeah.
Don't forget in the description is the video, and it's rather a long video. We're never going to get through it, but he does go on and on and on and on.
Maybe jump ahead to the hell part. Where's the hell part of that?
He should be talking about hell because he's already dead.
Yeah.
It was nearsighted. I could see completely clearly all across the room. I could hear clearly. In fact, I saw colors and hues of colors I've never seen before in the bedroom. And I felt wonderful. No more pain. I floated above my body. I looked down, and my roommates were right. I did not look too good because with cholera, you have no skin elasticity. I can take your wrist. It's usually, you can't hardly pinch the skin, but if you have cholera, you pinch the skin, it doesn't go down, or it goes down very slowly, it just stays up. There's no elasticity.
It's called dehydration, dumbass.
That's the state I was in. My body was sort of a whitish with blue blotches in it.
I was white as a ghost. They tell me when I went to the hospital. Good reason for you to go to the hospital.
Well, I mean, he's been talking about all this diarrhea he's had and shit. Okay, like you're dehydrated. You don't have skin elasticity when you're dehydrated. I don't know about the cholera part, but you don't even have cholera to have that. You're dehydrated.
Sort of an ashen gray, but white with blue blotches, and I looked terrible. And yet I felt great. I felt.
You looked terrible, but you felt great. Dude, you're confused.
Like, wow, this atheism stuff ain't true.
Atheism stuff isn't true.
Oh my God.
Oh, so he met God?
I guess.
Yeah.
Where's the part where he met God? Because, okay, let's say there is a hell. There doesn't have to be a God. There could just be a hell. We could all be awaiting a flaming, torturous eternity without there being a God. They could be. That's what happens to things that used to be alive. They go to hell, or at least things that used to be conscious. They go to hell. So let's go on and hear what he has to say. But how do we know any of this points to a God?
Well, I mean, like all this stuff he's done since he died. It's amazing.
I lost my atheism as soon as I took my last breath and floated out of my body and looked down. That's when I lost my.
You lost your atheism.
That was not your last breath.
Yeah.
Why does he keep saying that? Why does he keep saying that?
I don't know. He seems to be very confused. Like you said, did God say something to you? Or
Although he may be a vampire. He is kind of pale looking. Maybe he's a vampire. Maybe that's why he's still with us.
He does look very pale.
Somebody bit him after he died and brought him back. He's a vampire.
There you go.
Atheism. I was more alive then than I am now. It was like waking up and stepping into what we were designed to be, or something. It's the best way I could describe it. That's what it felt to me at the time.
Now, did you see anything right away, or did you float past the ceiling? I mean, what was going?
Yeah, the ceiling. Ceiling one.
How far off the
That's what
ground did
happens.
you get? Yes.
She's asking, what was it like? And he seems to be avoiding the subject, other than saying he saw people there. So, come on, more details. He's got all the details. Put out the details.
It was like a force turned me over, and I was facing the ceiling, looking at the swirled texture of the ceiling. And inside one of the swirled textures was the fingerprint of the painter or the guy doing the texturing. And you can't see this from anywhere in the room unless you get on a ladder and press your head against it and look down at the certain spot, which I did afterwards, and it's there. And then I went through the ceiling. My dog was whimpering and going around in circles.
Wait. I just wonder, when he was out in the desert there in Arizona, did he eat some cactus maybe?
Funny mushrooms?
Yeah, a cactus or mushrooms.
They don't have mushrooms in the desert.
They got mescaline though, right? Don't they have cactus down there?
Mezcal, yeah. The mezcal, worm.
Yeah,
Well, it's a worm. The mezcal is not actually a cactus. It's a worm.
Oh.
Yeah.
Mescaline. Okay, go ahead.
Yipping a little bit. And I went above, and I heard the neighbors arguing, the husband and wife, type of arguments, where you hear dishes crash, that type of thing. And then you floated above the ceiling. I could hear the kids kicking a can down the road. It floated above the ceiling. I could see them kicking the can. Floated past the swamp cooler, which had a baling wire and a bandana tied around the access ports where the filters were. Later,
I'm a little lost too.
Later on, he's gonna talk to his neighbors or whatever, and it'll be exactly like he saw. And how could he have known? That's usually how these stories go.
I'd hate to pay him by the hour to tell a story.
They tied the bandana around the cooler? Is that what he said?
And baling wire.
I don't know.
Yeah, I got lost on the baling wire. Apparently, there's baling wire everywhere.
Baling wire, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I came up to change the filters to get a little bit taken off of our rent, and because I did that stuff as an electrician anyway, and changed the filters, and I go, wow, this must have happened because there's a baling wire and there's the bandana. And I repaired it so you put screws back in it, but anyway.
What?
Yeah, he's.
Is this guy okay?
Fixing stuff while he's on cholera. I mean, I lost.
And he's dead. He took his last breath and he went and fixed the AC.
Took his last breath.
Come on, dude. Let's go to hell already. God dang.
Damn.
And I floated above into a beautiful, I call it a pleasant darkness floating toward a light. This is 1980. No one's ever talked about after-death experiences. Never heard of them.
Yes,
Nobody's
they have.
ever talked about them.
I've heard about them since I was a kid. So
thousands of years, people have been talking about near-death experiences. Thousands of years, probably hundreds of thousands of years.
I wouldn't have believed it. Somebody told me. And this was totally out of my control. And I felt such great love and peace assailing me, as well as hearing this most beautiful music in this language. And yet I could understand every single word in my own mind. And they were singing praises to God, extolling his character traits. And there were messages inside of each one of those things.
Wow.
The God is the God of the living, and they were singing it, and to be sort of like Jehovah or Yahweh.
It sounds exactly what I thought it would sound like, actually.
Right.
Yeah.
Is he the giver of all life? And with that, you would instantly knew this intuitively, and I wrote it in my book, where it was like the devil. knows that God is true to his own nature and character, and he's trying to pit God's character traits against each other to exalt his throne above God. And he knew full well that God would not exterminate him into a state of non-existence, because that would make God deny his own life-giving nature. That's how.
What?
Oh yeah, because God's nature is so life-giving.
Dude.
That's why he drowned everybody.
Yeah. Again, God is just watching you suffer, not helping you out, not directing you to the hospital, and you're fixing things while you're sick. I don't think you knew where you were at, really.
He got away with rebellion. I just knew that. And though I didn't believe in this stuff, and I'm floating in there. And
you absolutely believed in it. You're on and on and on and on about it. How could you not believe it?
I think I believe it too much.
Yeah.
I'm just chilling. I'm just glad not to be in pain. I thought this great love I was feeling from this light that was growing bigger and bigger, and this music explaining things to me. And then a voice would come to me, and then with the voice would come, it would be, it was like a life review, real split-second life reviews, and being born, and it was your parents, and then stealing drugs out of things, and then he would show you things. And I've only opened up about some of this recently, is that, I look back in the drugs I sold people, I led people into addiction. Those things were shown to me, and I'm going, wow, I ain't this nice guy that I thought I was. I hurt people by selling drugs to them.
Right out of the medicine cabinet. Yes. You give yourself
are addictive. Yes, they are.
Yeah, he's giving himself a hard time. Not questioning what he was taking out of the medicine cabinet and giving it to other people, which is not a good idea. Don't do that.
And, addictions, and who knows, some of them probably took the drugs, and who knows what they did, got in trouble. I'm responsible for that.
Mm-hmm.
And then he showed me, everything. He showed me how many times he spared me, and trying to speak to me through my relatives in Virginia, and friends praying, and people praying for me, and a guy at school who, back in high school, we were walking up there. He was into the Jesus movement thing. He goes, "Hey, Brian, I'm going to go over to a Bible study over here in JV. And we're standing literally at a crossroads waiting to cross the highway there." And he goes, "You're at a crossroads in your life. You got to make a decision. What will it be? Will you come over with us and check this out?" And I could see him on the porch over there, a guy playing a guitar and singing. And then I said, I got a party to go to. So I went to go party.
It sounds like that might have been Dave Warnock.
Yeah.
It sounds just like it might have been Dave Warnock.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's the Jesus freak that he ran into.
Could be.
Those things were shown to you, and how damaged you were, and what you did with it, and how many times you damaged other people was incredible. You don't think you do. And all that was shown to me. And I felt this great love, but I never thought in a million years this great love was a reckoning. It was showing me what I did with God's love and mercy, how many times he saved me from car wrecks, for example. And
then why were you an atheist?
This is the most boring hell story I've ever heard.
Yeah, if you're attributing all the good things to a God, then why were you an atheist? Doesn't make any sense. You weren't an atheist, dude. This is another story of I was an atheist, but not really. It catches everybody's ear, though. It caught mine.
He died 20 minutes ago. Like he died 20 minutes ago.
Yeah.
So many of them, but I was driving just totally drunk in my dad's station wagon in Chevy station wagon in Virginia over Gallows Road, and all my friends were packed in there. I know 3 people in the front and 4 people in the back, and everybody packed in the very back of the station wagon. We're drinking and partying, and I was really drunk. I was too drunk to be driving, and I flew over the hill and airborne on a 2-lane road going downhill, flying and heading toward a tree, and the car moved, hit the road.
Now, is this while you're in hell?
He said, Jesus, take the wheel.
Okay.
And all the people honking on the other side, and I stayed in one lane. I got down to the bottom. I had no control of the car. Got to the bottom, and I was in shock. I was like trying to, I was drunk and trying to figure out what happened. Everybody slapping him on the back. Hey, you're a great driver. Let's do that again. I said, no, thanks you. I mean, I was so scared. I almost, soiled your pants. That's how scared it was. I mean, the Lord showed me He literally had an angel direct the car and move it over, and other accidents like that, almost being shot a couple of times. Almost being stabbed in an initiation.
Like my friends who died in high school, like I had some really good friends that hit a tree one night. There was 3 of them that died in that wreck. And for some fucking reason, God didn't manage to send anybody to move the tree out of their way. Like, I wonder why this guy was so special. And he allowed all of them 17-year-old boys that I was friends with to hit that tree and die that night.
Somebody take out the tree.
Must be something special about this dude that that wasn't special about them, all them people.
Yeah, it seemed once again it seems like he wants a lot of attention.
I mean, just to think that but something like that happened, that just unreal.
Knife fight by a guy who hated my guts. Stuff like that. He kept, he showed me I kept you alive. I knocked on your door and you never listened, and it was on me. What I did was coming back to haunt me, because as I floated, closer I got to the light, more things were explained like that. And then I landed feet first I saw this rock suspended in space with a person sitting on like a rock ledge with a seat on it, and bright light was coming out of him, and I cannot describe the light. And the colors are, and I say just a bright white light with tinges of yellow.
Sounds like an
that doesn't even do justice, because the white light.
What, Simos?
Oh, it sounds like an explanation to me. I couldn't describe it. He then goes on to describe it.
It was bright white with yellow.
Yeah, but I couldn't describe it. It was undescribable.
The tinges of yellows, the blues and stuff that come from this person, our human eyes don't see that colors. We don't see that. And I came near, and I could see a city over a hill, then it got black, and I could see this like a place of burning embers off toward my right. And I didn't know. I thought wow, I'm cool. If I got resuscitated before that and felt all the love, I'd be saying, everybody go to the light. I'd probably be in the New Age movement like all these other people are.
Okay, Brian, that's what I find there's so many different things about your testimony that is very amazing, but that's just one of the things. It's like what you just said at that moment.
Amazing is one way to put it.
Yeah, he's got quite a tale to tell.
You know how like when you're a kid's telling you a story and they'll come up and they'll be like telling you like all this stuff. They'll be like, like I was up there and I picked up a snake and then I did this and that. You know that they're just like none of the shit they're saying is true. This is what I feel like with these things do.
Yeah, they're making it up as they go.
Yeah, like a 5-year-old or something. Just like.
Mm-hmm. and he just started. I mean, he goes on and on and on and on this way.
Yeah, and like, get to hell. We want to hear about hell. I want to see who it was.
There was ashes there. I mean, or embers.
It had to be held in. Must have been held.
It must have been.
Because, like, when you do eternal burning, you always turn to ashes.
And you discovered even more shocking things as far as some NDEs that people have. And I mean, it's very, very, it's life-changing. Your testimony is life-changing. And for those who are watching, please thank you for subscribing. And you want to share this video. And you don't want to miss any upcoming videos because we're going to be doing another one with Brian. But Brian, go on. Okay, so you're...
There's another video with this guy. Oh my gosh.
I believe you could sell this woman about anything, probably.
Yeah, she doesn't seem to be confused at all. She seems to be supportive.
Seeing this light,
Mm-hmm.
and then what happened?
Yeah, so I floated right, I realized that he was speaking to me. That was the voice I heard, was coming from him in the power of thought, just in your mind. Telepathy, I guess you want to call it. And I landed.
No, it's not telepathy, it's delusion.
Telepathy.
Doesn't know what that is either.
Yeah.
Feet first, and he was coming down some stairs. I landed feet first in front of him, just like this, just like boom, boom. And he was standing there, and I went, bam, right on. I mean, I fell heavily right on my face. Then
Now this is not the first time that he's passed out.
He passed out after, like, okay, he's up flying around in like the clouds, and he fell face first on.
He seems to be out of it.
Yeah, I'm out of it. Okay, I think I have to go, I'm afraid. But
Okay, I could tell you.
Yeah, I can't. I need to go and stand outside in the garden for a little bit.
Take care, Simos.
Yeah, thanks very much, guys. You too, Dave. Take care. Be thinking of
Simos, take care of yourself.
Thank you,
Now,
guys.
Dave, are you sure that's not Jesus knocking instead of
Could
your
be.
son?
Must be right overhead.
Because apparently he doesn't do that great a job of knocking on our door, so to speak, and we have to wait till we're in an NDE to find out. Oh, that was you that whole time? Oh my gosh!
Right.
Well, I like how he let this dude just fall flat on his face right up there in the sky. Like, you're getting trolled by God so bad, dude.
Staple gun is pretty loud when it's echoing all around your house. And I've got people up and down the street that are working on stuff too. I got with chainsaw. I've got all kind of things going on. It's a busy weekend.
You can't hear no chainsaw over the hammer.
Saturday is the day to do all that noisy crap.
Yeah.
something or someone, like I always called it when I do my testimony, it's like somebody had human crazy glue on, barely touched me, but picked me up and pushed me right down in front of it. And I noticed I was wearing this ugly, filthy, I call it robe-like judo suit. So yellow, brown, moth-eaten. It was rank. I smelled, and I didn't know what in the world was going on.
Isn't it called?
And then I saw him, and I knew it was Jesus because he had a hood on. I could not see his face, and he spoke to me by thought, and I could see his beard. And it
Can't see his face, but I just knew it was him.
Is that what the Bible says that Jesus looks like? That he was running around with a hood on with no face?
Yeah, unfortunately, the Bible doesn't say anything about what Jesus looked like, and that's the thing too. Isn't that a sign that you're projecting your own attitudes and beliefs onto an image that your mind is creating for you?
I don't know. Like, maybe it was never important to describe him in detail, but like maybe if he wore a hood all the time and didn't have a face. It sounds like Jesus might have been a woman with a hijab on, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Jesus would never wear a hijab.
Oh, I don't know.
Well, whatever
Usually,
the Jews actually used to have to cover their heads too, like it says in the Bible.
That's true. That's
Yeah.
true.
Women were supposed to cover their heads. So, like Christians just decided when like I guess Paul decided that was one of them new covenant laws. We didn't have to wear that shit on our head.
Cakes of blood. And this is how I saw him at first. And I saw him in heaven totally different. But he had nail prints in his wrist. At that time, I had no idea that's where they crucified people.
Oh my God!
I know I was in history, but I thought,
Yeah, he had no idea that Jesus had holes in his hands.
I would say, can I be like Thomas, play with the holes in your hand? I think that. Yeah. Don't ask Jesus for
the stories of Jesus, he gets it in the palm of the hand, but it was actually the wrist. And so there were big, ugly scars in his wrist, and you could see some scars on his feet. And I'm looking at that, and he began speaking to me, and more things come to my mind. And he spoke to me. I was being judged for abusing the grace and love of, and abusing the gift of life he gave me. And he exposed to me how many times he revealed himself to me in various different ways. I like to hunt, fish, and stuff like that, mostly fish. And I'd go a lot of times in the wilderness backpacking by myself with my dog and fish in the upper Potomac and stuff. And I'd be looking at the stars at night and all that, but never let, it's like Romans chapter 1 talks about. God reveals himself and nature reveals himself.
You're bringing up Romans.
Yeah, that's a Romans thing.
You know what I say about Romans?
What is
no.
Yeah, that's what I have to say about your Romans.
But see, that's the thing. It doesn't really qualify as some other entity revealing themselves to you, because what you're seeing is stars and trees and all that. Now, there is a thought process that people try to get to God, but you are seeing some beautiful trees. You're seeing probably I don't know what the sky's like along the Potomac, but you're pretty stars, nice things. It's great to have a dog with you out in nature while you're hiking around. Beautiful, beautiful setting, but that's what you're seeing. You're not seeing God. You're seeing trees and stars. That doesn't count as God revealing himself to you.
Especially if he has no face. You might have seen a KKK guy. What you saw, maybe, with the white hood, no face.
Through his entire creation, but I worship myself, and I worshiped my own ideas, and I hurt people without even knowing I was hurting them. I thought, everybody likes to get high and drunk, but I never know I contributed to their alcoholism. I contributed to their addictions, and all that's revealed to you, and you won't have a leg to stand on. And so that's what I was facing, a reckoning. What did you do with my gift of life? But I was standing in front of the Lord. Like the Bible says, after you die, then comes judgment. I was judged, and I realized some people, when they die, they're judged so quickly, they don't even stand before him. They go immediately to hell. Some of them I've talked to, I've come to that conclusion. But me and a lot of other people, you'll stand before the Lord, and you are guilty.
So he just now said that we don't all get judged, even though that's what it says. Doesn't it say every knee will bend or whatever the hell that?
I'm always confused about the judgment and the scrolls and everything. If God supposedly knows everything and you've already been judged.
Yeah,
what is this thing for? Yeah.
Yeah, ain't we supposed to get judged? Or do some people go straight to hell before judgment, or?
There's nothing about that. I mean, you have the story of like the old Lazarus and somebody, probably Abraham, I think, and it was a kind of a parable about Abraham being in the good place, and then this old rich man being in the bad place, talking to them from across the whatever gulf there was.
Water.
I want to drink the water. Baby, go tell my brother, warn him. And then there was the moral of the story. That's kind of the pattern, but I don't think that really counts as anything you can interpret literally. But there's that whole thing in Revelation where the graves give up their dead and then they're judged.
Oh, okay.
So there is a final judgment, but so I really can't say that this kind of is in concordance with what people think will happen when you die anyway.
It sounds sort of like the Trump administration with the selective due process going on here.
Yeah, exactly.
Is ripped out, so to speak, and you can see you can see your sin nature. You're not a good old boy that you thought you were, and all those nice things you used to do for people really doesn't matter because you were a jerk. And you did these things and you're responsible. And look, I remember he showed me my parents weeping and crying over how I stole money. They knew I stole money. They knew I stole drugs out of medicine cabinets.
Oh my God.
And
this is like Wizard of Oz.
They still love me, and how I hurt their love. All that was revealed. And all my stupid, silly justifications. And I couldn't tell the Lord, a crazy sign fell on my head and that's why I did it. I didn't have any excuses, no excuse. And I remember him looking at me and he spoke to me through the means of thought, and how Jesus spoke to me at that time is like just a few words, but it unpacks like an encyclopedia of knowledge into your head all at once.
Good thing you're an atheist and you learned all these things being an atheist. Yeah, sorry about the noise, Jen. I have a noisy day going on.
Everything's explained in a split second, even faster than that. And then I knew I was being judged and I was guilty and I deserved whatever it was. He explained to me things. He said, it's been. When you'll be arriving, I said, when you arrive at a certain place and you feel a certain sense of overwhelming, say my name and my title. He said something like that.
Yeah, what a coincidence. Say the name of Jesus. That's a standby. Anything bad's happening to you, just invoke Jesus and it'll all be good.
Yeah. Yes.
It's not the first time.
Yeah, it's terrible. I guess the only thing that God doesn't judge you for is lying.
Yeah, that seems to be a get out of jail free card. Say whatever you want to say about it, as long as you throw in Jesus, it's all good. Hey, Ollie, how you doing? Elbows up.
Wonder how many people will have found God through this story.
These are very popular. People going to hell or heaven are very popular. People want to know these things. I guess I wanted to know too. When they gave me a bad diagnosis, I thought I was dead back in September. So, yeah, you do ask the questions, but as far as the answers he's given, they're pretty bad.
I wrote it down in my book the best I could. And he says, an option for your return is yet to be decided. If I start crying, you got to forgive me. That shook me up.
That shook you up? After drinking brown, bubbly water with eyeballs in it? This shook you up?
I mean, I have no doubt this man probably had part of this experience is real. I mean, like he's like story told to death, but like obviously he probably did have some kind of experience that, like, you know, a hallucination of some sort, and
I guess,
and it seems real to him. But, you know, like all the details that he's dragged on about, like there's just no way that anybody would remember that guy's stupid shit. But like, it's like you know, it doesn't mean it's real.
Did you think you were on your way? Did you think you were on your way to hell at that moment?
I hope so.
I didn't at the time. I was too flummoxed. I was a deer in the headlight look. I didn't know. I just knew that I was going to a bad place, and I had no idea, concept of what hell is, and most people don't. Or they think they do, but they. We'll find out in a few seconds here. But
you think it's pretty funny though.
He said that an option for your return is yet to be decided. It was, I very seldom share this, but I shared it it's 2008 at a huge mega church in Virginia. I said, you know, it was like there was a cloud that was around Jesus, but alive. It was part of him, but separate, you know, would be the Holy Spirit. And standing behind and as one with Jesus and the Holy Spirit was a bright light. And that would be the Father. It was like Jesus was standing in the gap for me.
That's where God goes, the gap. That's where he's supposed to be.
Yeah, therein again is God seems to be sitting back watching, not doing anything.
Yeah, but God goes in the gap. Anytime there's a gap, that's where you're supposed to have God at.
Yeah, I mean, he's having a pretty hard time of life and doesn't seem to be getting any help.
Reasons totally unknown to me, because I sure did not deserve, I don't deserve any favor. I'm not anybody special. And
you think you're special, though.
God
you seem to want the attention.
Tree for you. He moved a freaking tree.
Right.
Or a car, whatever it was. Like you know, he.
Maybe.
And when he said, an option for your return is yet to be decided. And then I was picked up and I went off to my right, which would have been Jesus's left, and all kinds of symbolism there. And
what's the symbolism with being to the left or the right?
Oh, commies to the left. Patriots to the right. Yeah.
Supposedly, yeah.
This wall opened up like a scroll and it went through a tunnel.
Oh, you got a scroll now. Here we go.
Black hole.
I never understood the scroll either, but apparently things are wrote down somewhere.
Scrolls, because heaven uses scrolls. Heaven has not went digital yet at this time.
It's interesting how a lot of after-death experiences talk about tunnels. So I went through a tunnel. It was like inside of a vortex, spinning vortex. And to me, it was like inside of a tornado, yellow and greenish, putrid, horrible smells, heat that could melt your eyeballs out coming out of it. Hear all the hideous laughter, slurping noises, hideous hellish language, cries and shrieks. So I knew I wasn't going to a happy place. And there wasn't no coming back.
But you did come back.
Because an option for my return was yet to.
Yeah,
but
he
did come back. What the heck is wrong with you?
He decided. And but God knows all things. I guess he foreknew that I would tell people about this. So anyway.
Yeah, God knows everything.
Thanks, God.
So he knew he'd be foretold, even though it's a bunch of crap and it sounds like a bunch of crap. God is saying so. No. How you doing, Austin? Good to see you.
Hey, Austin. We're almost to hell. You just can't. You got here right at the perfect time because you missed all of this.
We're trying to go there.
Missed this story.
And I floated through that, and got to the end of the tunnel, and a lot of people in after-death experience talk about going to a tunnel and they get turned around at the moment, but before they are judged or whatever, and they're sent back, and they come back, they're medically resuscitated or came back some way, usually medically resuscitated, and they all come back speaking the glories of the New Age movement. Everybody makes heaven. There's no hell at all. There's no hell. Doesn't.
Quite a coincidence that modern medicine is what brings you around, not praying or Jesus.
Yeah, and I like how like his experience is, you know, it's worth talking about, but he just like denied everybody else's experience. It's like there, you know, that's not what happens.
Yeah.
Exist, or hell is only temporarily. Oh, hell is temporary. You're in temporary non-existent land. You know, you'll be temporary tortured, then all of a sudden you go into non-existence. And I'm going, and I say, wait, I stood before, I floated in this void, and I learned about God being true and cannot deny himself. He will not take away the gift of life. What he does is forever. And you're going to tell me he doesn't make hell eternal? You don't know what you're talking about. That would be a denial of who he is.
Temporary for you, dude. I don't think you understand. Listen to the words coming out of your mouth. The person who's went to hell and came back is now saying that hell is not temporary.
Yeah, you go there permanently, but there's lots of stories of people seeing it, but they don't actually go there and they come back. And it's like,
yeah.
Well, which is it? Is it permanent or not?
I smell a contradiction.
Little bit.
So people who do that are arguing for God to deny himself without even being knowing it.
Yeah, well, there's a lot more details that you're about to explain. I mean, lots of details of what you saw in hell, but you even saw people who, and you're going to explain further on this, that it looked like they were going to paradise and things looked great, and obviously they were resuscitated. You know, they came back to life. So before the whole thing that happened to them, so right, they report back on, oh yeah, you don't have to believe in God, and yeah, everything is very wonderful. But you're going to explain that further. But what did you start seeing in detail?
Okay, so I got to the end of that tunnel and I fell through the sky and I landed with a thud on the ground, and I got up and I thought I was going to be in hell with flames and devils and pitchforks. You know, you just kind of think of that. You know, you watch cartoons.
As an atheist, you always think of these things.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, it goes back to him being an atheist is what caught my ear. You believed all these things, you accepted all these things, and you still are. So I'm a little confused about the atheist part, other than you were a punk and you got beat up a lot and you blamed God for getting beat up, I think.
And you wanted to stay home from church and play with yourself.
Or something,
Yeah.
Somebody in hell, and there's flames,
Possibly.
the guy with the pitchfork. And, you know, but I landed on looked like to me a hill, and and it went down sharply and abutted another hill that went up, and there was a house in the near distance and with a tree in the front yard, and everything was brown, it was kind of dead looking, and I could hear a roar, and the smells and stuff went away, and it didn't look too inviting, but all these people, and I still remember this just like it happened just a few hours ago, really, and they came out and they waved to me. And several of them went down the hill, and a whole bunch more came up around the hill, and they surrounded me and say, "Welcome, Brian. Glad you made it. Welcome to paradise." And they kept telling me, "Don't you feel the love here? Don't you feel the love here?" I was so uneasy because the only thing I felt like is that this type of love held a knife behind their back, and they're ready to stab you with it, deceiving you by great love. And then all these people, some of the people I knew died. And I said, "You can't be in paradise. I know you. You left my party that I had at my parents' house when they were on a 2-week vacation."
Yeah. I've met people like that think they're holier than thou. And it's like, dude, I know you. I know where you've been. I know the parties you've been to. Now, people do change, and good for them. People do dry out, and good for them. Yeah, but you kind of know things about people And gee whiz, there's a lot of sirens today. Everybody's having a bad day. Wowee.
Dade asked if you were going to be at the art encounter, and so
Yeah, I'm not feeling well. I'd like to go, but I doubt that I'll be there. It was fantastic being there last year, though, and meeting all you guys. Dade, right at the hotel there, I met Dade. Was one of the first ones I ran into. So
he gave you some merch, didn't he?
Yeah, I've got my mug. Thank you, Dade, again for the mug.
See, I was so spurned by not getting a mug that I still remember that.
Oh, Dade, you owe Robin a mug.
Yeah, I'm just joking, Dade.
We all thought it was something else that was in the special bag.
But Dade was like, we I don't think we knew Dade was coming. Like, he was like a surprise guest. So
Yeah.
You left that house with a friend of mine. You walked up to the plaza. You mouthed off to a guy, and they turned around and blew out your stomach with a 12-gauge shotgun. And my other friend got away from that. He survived it. He's one.
Yeah. See, there you go. Getting blown away by a shotgun. I mean, like you were saying, Robin, it's like a 5-year-old telling a story. Oh, by the way, there was a shotgun too. Oh yeah.
There needs to be. I'm just hoping that he gets a dinosaur. Man, just to get a dinosaur in
right. What else can
T-Rex really isn't as bad as they say. You can scratch him behind his ear.
Yeah. Whoops.
2-week vacation. You left that house with a friend of mine. You walked up to the plaza. You mouthed off to a guy, and they turned around and blew out your stomach with a 12-gauge shotgun. And my other friend got away from that. He survived it. He's the one that told me about it. And I said, you can't be in paradise. I know you. Then the crowds went around him, and I saw him morph into another person coming up to me. It was just, I go, something is not right here. And then they began circumambulating, just going around in a circle, real slow.
Wonder what his first clue was.
Has nobody here ever had a dream where they were talking to somebody and that somebody morphed into somebody else?
Oh,
you just look away and then look back. Oh, they're somebody different now.
I have my dreams are stupid, just totally stupid, like stupid. Dream the dumbest stuff, and I don't wake up and say, "Oh, I wonder what that dream meant," or "that happened." Something. I'm like, wake up and I'm like, what the hell was that shit?
Yeah.
Yeah. When you have those crazy dreams and your brain is just totally wiped and you're like, what the heck is going on? You're trying to make sense of reality. It takes you a little while to come back to reality after you've had this experience. And I really don't think he's had an experience. I don't question people's experiences. I do believe that they have them. But this guy doesn't seem to have had them. He just seems to be making stuff up as he goes.
Yeah.
And here are some elements of it. He drank some funky water. He was in severe pain, and oh my God, I'm going to die is something that comes to people's minds. So when you think you're dying, you think about your life, and maybe he does have a guilty conscience, and he's dreaming, and his brain is fuzzy and altered, and
body's dehydrated.
So this all works together now. The light and seeing Jesus and the bright light, those are probably structural things. And I know there's papers and experts and neuroscientists that can explain this better than me. But you're recalling things that happened according to the structure of your brain and the kind of psychological things that go on when you're facing death, or you think you're facing death. And so he comes out of it, and memory is a reconstruction anyway. That's a proven fact. So he's reconstructed all this, and maybe the story has changed over time. What we don't have is like a series of videos from the 80s onward, or articles written from the 80s onward where this story has morphed.
Yes.
And, why are we letting him talk about things he just remembered? Because I think he said that a few minutes ago. And one thing I haven't shared before that I remember now is that, well, okay, did you remember it then? Or is this just something that's gotten included into that recollection that your brain reconstructs? So he's a narrator, but
No, not really good one though. Like I would say,
a reliable narrator. Yeah,
like he's not all that good of a storyteller.
That's what I was going to say. He's about halfway through, and he's done another interview with her. He seems to be making up stuff just so that she'll listen to him and nod and agree with everything he says.
Yeah.
But I don't believe him, not for a second. I think he's made it all up from word one. Ever since he was a kid, he was making stuff up. He seems to have had a bad childhood, seems to have had a bad upbringing. Everything was just bad for this guy. And I do, in a way, I feel sorry for him because he seems to be like the child Robin was saying, that nobody will listen to him unless he's making up a good story.
Yeah, but I think that he claims he took his last breath, he died, and he got bit by a vampire, and this is why he's back now. And he's telling all this bullshit about God. I mean, he actually must be a vampire, I think.
It's really bad.
I would believe that before I would believe all of this story. I would buy the vampire story first.
Yeah, I think I've had about enough of his story.
But we got to hell.
He never gets there. He saw some ashes. And that was about it.
Dave, why didn't you?
Well, my titles are always a catch.
But what about the famous person that was in hell?
Yeah, all the famous people are in hell. All the people that you think are in hell are in hell. He's making it up as he goes. He's heard a lot of stories. He's watched a lot of videos, and he seems to be in that place where I can make up stuff and somebody will listen to me. He's happy to be listened to. He's not much of anything has happened to him to really be telling, so he makes stuff up. And I think that's where he's at, is making stuff up. And with that, I think I'm going to call it a night because, this guy has me lost. And I've been a bit lost. I just say it was a rough week. I was a sicky boy. Spent a lot of time at the hospital. For those of you that don't know, it was a rough week for all of us. Mike dropped out. He said he's looking for some drugs. He's not feeling very well. His heart's giving him trouble.
Yeah,
I don't think Simos was feeling good.
Yeah, Mike and Simos, like all three of y'all.
And Dave hasn't been feeling well either. But I wanted to see y'all. I wanted to do a show anyways. I didn't seriously take this guy for his NDE or anything. It was more that he's quite the tale teller. And when he mentioned that he was an atheist, but now he's not, and yet everything he said has nothing to do with it, it seems like, you're making all this stuff up. Trusty Ape, stay hydrated and stay clear of the dirty water. Absolutely. Yes. That's this guy's problem.
I would like to interview this guy and ask him some questions,
and the Kool-Aid.
Like verify his story. Like, what's his favorite argument for God, against God? Like that's always a good one to ask somebody when they say they used to be an atheist.
Yeah, I don't believe anything he says actually happened. The stories he tells, I think, are made up. I don't think he really drank bubbly water. I don't think anybody would drink some creek water that seems to be bubbling with life and eyeballs, and he just wants attention, and it goes back to, he was beat up a lot, probably for the same thing. He told stories, and people were sick of him.
Well, he showed a little racism towards the front of
little
the
racism, yeah,
and a tiny bit of like, he was anti-commie, anti-Marxist, probably. He probably is not a supporter of Black Lives Matter.
I doubt it. Yeah, I think he was a troublemaker asking for trouble, and he's still doing it now that he's grown up, but instead of looking for trouble, he looks for these reporters or interviewers, whatever, that'll sit there and nod and shake their head and say, oh yeah, you sound just like these other people. And one thing I've noticed is they do not sound alike. They all seem to be making things up. They are all different. They are not the same. And that's the problem I have with these stories, is that they are so different.
Yeah, I would love to hear a Muslim one.
Right.
Or a Hindu
right,
one.
Yeah. Somebody that isn't the same religion, doesn't have the same people chirping in his ear, doesn't hear the same stories. Yeah, absolutely.
Wonder if even like the Mormon, take a Mormon. Did theirs resemble these people's stories? The Mormons, I'm sure there are Mormon stories. And what about Scientologists? Do Scientologists have these things? Or theirs like? Do they get to see L. Rod Hubbard or whatever his name is when they die?
I doubt it. And if they have the story to tell, that it would be very hard to listen to as well. So I don't know. What do y'all think? Obviously, we're not big on believing these things. We're not big on believing these people to begin with. It was interesting him talking about he was an atheist when clearly it doesn't seem that he was. I mean, he went to church. He had a lot of church members, a lot of family members. He had stories about being beaten up right in front of people and nobody doing anything about it. Like nobody would help him or anything. And in a way, I do feel bad, but
He might have been bullied.
He seemed to be asking for the bullying.
He might have been
Right.
bullied for mine. Yeah. I'm not going to be afraid of hell because of this experience for sure.
No. And as far as describing hell in such detail, he doesn't have the details. What he has is telling a lot of people stories and bringing out stuff that he had that happened to him that wasn't really him. It was things that he's heard, things that he's read, videos that he's seen, and he's just relaying it so that somebody will listen to him and give him some attention. That's where I'm at on this.
Yeah, because they were kind of implying that, well, those of you who had a near-death experience that was just totally positive just didn't go through it long enough.
Yeah.
But then again, he did say, well, there's some people who just go straight to hell. So even that's inconsistent. I understand what he's trying to do is kind of a cope about near-death experiences that go against his doctrinal view.
Yeah.
Because he's basically come up with a new doctrinal view. God is the author of life, therefore he would not, snap you out of existence. He would be inconsistent with his nature if he didn't keep you alive to be tortured forever.
Right.
And also,
it would be kind of.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Also,
he'd like to discredit New Age beliefs. Like 2 or 3 times he did that stuff.
And so, and once again, I get back to the fact the guy, if he thought he was dying, probably had lots of regrets. I doubt this is a guy with really strong self-esteem for whatever reason, because he notes getting mistreated in school, getting beat up. People probably didn't like him. He didn't seem to have a lot of friends. I don't know if you came away thinking that or not, but I came away thinking he didn't have a lot of friends. So there would be regrets there. And even if you're an atheist, it's possible that you're dreaming using the symbols and signs of the culture you grew up in. And what culture did he grow up in? Oh my gosh, Southern Baptist.
Yeah, so he was told that he was going to hell.
He's told about hell. He's seen enough sermons and presentations about Jesus and the whole symbolic religious symbolism of his youth to where he could have these dreams in terms of that, especially if he's looking for some way to feel better, about his life.
Yeah.
And
I have one thing to say about it, and that's from Brad here. There's no such thing as an atheist, and we're gonna listen to what Brad has to say. So
yes, I love Brad. Tell us, Brad.
And then we're gonna wrap things up. So here we go with Brad, and check your headphones.
No such thing as an atheist. You guys do not exist. Hey, Answers in Atheism, and that desktop idiot, and that desktop idiot, and that desktop idiot. You're full. See here, dead fly. Dead fly. Millions and billions of years ago, in a galaxy far, far away, something exploded. Dead fly. You call me crazy. Pain of thy destruction. Wait a minute, am I reading the right thing? And you know what, atheist? Right. And you know what, atheist? Right. And you know what, atheist? Right. Oh, you atheist, especially that one desktop idiot. Self-theist, man of thy destruction. Wait a minute, am I reading the right thing? On you. That's what I say. Hey, have a great time. Hey there, Answers in Atheism or Atheist, whatever you were. Up. Oh, you atheist, especially that one desktop idiot. And you know what? There, atheist. You're right. Unless the Lord Jesus Christ saves you, you are going to go to hell and burn forever. That's going to be it for this little video.
And exactly what Brad's had to say. Yeah, you're.
That's a lot better than the Porky Pig. That's all, folks.
Love you, desktop idiot.
Yeah, I'm a desktop idiot, and
now get some rest.
Congratulations, Answers in Atheism. I'm out of here. I'm gonna kick back and relax. I hope everybody has a safe and healthy week. A lot better than I had, and that goes for Simos and Mike. I'm rooting for you guys. I hope you get your stuff all straightened out and get your medication and whatever you need. I know Simos had a hard way to go, and he's lucky to be around. Mike has had some things too, and we're a kindred spirit. Robin has dealt with her own issues as well as Scott.
Robin's had a good week. Robin's had a good.
Robin had a good week, though. Yeah. Not bad
good,
like we were.
Nothing like y'all, so it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
well, my week was really good until I spilled a 44-ounce soft drink on the floor.
Uh-oh.
And then the dog went swimming in it.
Yeah, that's the kind of bad shit that happened to me this week too. So like we're doing good, Scott.
I think so far. Got to go to the swimming with my grandkids. That was a fun experience. First time we've been able to do that together in a long time.
Yeah, that would be good.
And with that, I hope to see y'all again next week. Sorry about the noise and the show. It wasn't put together well, but I wanted to say hi to everybody that's been saying hi to me and checking on me. I appreciate y'all, and I love y'all, and take care of yourselves. I'm going to try to take care of myself, though everything's been working against me. And
bye, y'all.
Yeah, y'all have a good week, and we hope to see you next time here at Saturday Night at the Atheists.
Bye-bye.
Without a sound, history speaks in tales of lore, knocking at the captive desk's door. Oh, legends live within these walls, silent echoes in the halls, books and stories on the floor, knocking at the captive desk's door. Oh, within these walls, silent echoes in the halls, books and stories on the floor, knocking at